The following is a presentation of Husker Radio Sports. Your exclusive home for North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics is right here on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. You can also hear all the action at www.huskerradio.com or on the KODY mobile app, available for free in the Google Play or the App Store. Now let's send it to the voice of the Irish, Tanner Struckman.
Good evening, Irish Nation, and welcome back to Knights of Columbus Field for the second straight week for the St. Pat's Irish as they get set to take on the Kimball Longhorns here on a football Friday night. Welcome into our Quick Stop pregame show here from North Platte St. Pat's High School. Glad to be with you. Tanner Struckman here. Bill O'Malley will join me in just a little while. We are 30 minutes to kick off as St. Pat's hosts the Kimball Longhorns. Our pregame brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner. Fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road everywhere, it is Quick Stop. It pits a St. Pat's team that is 1-1. Opened the season with a tough loss at Bridgeport, 44-28, but a bounce back last week in their home opener. Took care of business against the Sutherland Sailors, 56-8, scoring on their first 7 possessions of the ball game. Really dominating effort here at home where everybody played and actually played a whole lot. Their opponent, the Kimball Longhorns. Coach Darryl Howitt's in his 4th year there at Kimball, and this is the best start they've had in quite some time, since 2011. First time they are 2-0, and they feel like they've got a team to get to 3-0 here on the road against the St. Pat's Irish. They kicked off the season with a 44-24 win over Hyannis and then blanked Baird last week 50-0. You beat anybody 50-0, and you've got a pretty good squad, and they do, no doubt about it. They've got a senior quarterback that's ready to go. A couple junior running backs that are big and physical at 190 and 205 pounds. And they've got some experience on the line, too, that they're going to look to. But it's also a passing attack that'll be effective for the Longhorns so far this year. So Kimball feeling pretty good at 2-0. They'll take on their foes in St. Pat's coming up in about 28 minutes here from steamy Knights of Columbus Field. This feels like game 1. We're 93 degrees here in North Platte here today. Feels like we shouldn't be in week 3 with these temperatures. Easily the hottest game so far of 2025. Glad you're with us on KODY 1240 AM 1061 FM. And for those listening, by the way, for Husker Volleyball, you're wondering where'd that go? Again, you can go over to the Hawk 98.5 FM, 98.5 FM. You can hear that over there on 98.5. The Huskers in the first set were trailing last time I saw to Utah. So that kind of a dicey one down the stretch. They are again over on 98.5 if you're looking for that. Looks like actually they might lose that one. It's, I believe, 24-20. Utah looks like they might get set number 1. We'll follow along as much as we can. Again here, it's North Platte St. Pat's 1-1. The Kimball Longhorns 2-0 set for action here from Knights of Columbus Field. What a beautiful night for some football. Settle in. We've got kickoff in 27 minutes. We'll take our first time out. When we return, we're going to come back and chat with the head coach, Kevin Dodson. We'll recap the win over the Sutherland Sailors 56-8. Recap this last week of practice and preview the matchup with Kimball coming up. You're listening to high school football from North Platte St. Pat's High School as the Irish take on the Longhorns. Game 3 in the high school football season.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Why wait? You don't have to sit around a long time waiting to register just to have your lab work done. Whether you are at the North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center, Pathology Services has multiple drawing stations and ample personnel to draw your blood tests quickly so your time is better spent elsewhere. Simply tell your doctor you want your lab test performed at the first floor in North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center at Pathology Services.
Pathology Services of North Platte. Learn more at pathologyservices.com.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
Back here on our Quick Stop pregame show, Coach Kevin Dodson as the Irish get ready. Already Game 3 here for St. Pat's. They win last week to get into the win column 56-8 over the Sutherland Sailors. And Coach, kind of going back through that, I went through and statted it, watched it again and recapped it. And, you know, a lot of positives, not a lot of negatives you could take away from that one.
Yeah, I thought the kids responded well. We know we took a tough loss against Bridgeport and came back and really just focused on ourselves and some of the things that we really need to see improve. One of those, as we talked about last week, was, can we be a little more physical in the game? Can we execute at a higher level? And I felt like for the most part we got that done.
Yeah, I mean, I will give credit. I thought Sutherland, after that first touchdown run, they made you work the next couple drives to where it wasn't big plays. It was kind of having to work down the field, but you wore them down, no doubt.
Yeah, and they were doing a lot of things defensively. A lot of stunts defensively that created some confusion up front for our guys. And what a perfect opportunity, especially when you're working with some guys that maybe don't have a whole lot of experience up front, to see a team do that to you. A great learning experience, a great opportunity for growth. And I thought as the game went along, I thought you could see that, we were figuring that out and we were growing as a team.
We talked last week about Mason's big playability. He obviously started that off with a bang.
Yeah, prophetic on that. He went to the house on that first play, just simply ran a little inside ISO, and I thought it was well blocked, well executed. And we told those guys, too, that, it's going to be real important that they're able to break tackles last week, and I thought that they were able to do that down the stretch.
What a great opportunity, too, especially because you didn't get a JV game that last week, and I know those are few and far between this year. So an opportunity to play second, third string guys a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, and I really don't know what the answer is to that. We lost our game this coming Monday. Also, Perkins County's got some low numbers and isn't able to field that JV team, and so that's a tough position to be in when you're trying to make those decisions on playing on Friday and still trying to get reps on Monday. So we were fortunate enough. Our young guys got some really good reps and that got that game experience. So we were pleased with our young guys, but we also worked with them too, in prepping for Monday's game that we thought we were working hard, and they're making strides in the right direction.
What a great opportunity also to get them on film, then they can go back and see, hey, this is what I did wrong. This is, until you have that, you can't really go back and see. Even for those young freshmen who got a lot of time, now they got some film they can look at against, for a lot of them, we're playing against starters.
Yeah, and the biggest adjustment for freshmen, I think, is the mental part of the game, right? That your assignments, but most importantly is that physical part of the game, and it takes a while, and that's what's fun about coaching. Sometimes you don't see kids really come out of their shell until their junior year when it comes to that. So it's nice to get those young guys experience, get them used to contact and what that's going to be like when the opportunity arises for them to play on Friday night.
I know the only negative, you didn't come out 100% healthy. You did lose one guy for at least a little bit of time.
Yeah, Xavier struggling with a little injury. I think we're just being cautious with him and looking at the big picture, and hopefully have him back next week for us.
St. Pat's picks up the 56-8 win over the Sutherland Sailors and now get the 2-0 Kimball Longhorns here for game number 3. I know game 1-2 is a big jump. That's what they always say. 2-3, is there still a big jump there?
I think with this team, we talk a lot to them about. We feel like the ceiling is high for this team and room for improvement. And so, and I think kids understand that, and I think they feel that too. And so, we want to keep moving in the right direction. As you said, Kimball's 2-0. They haven't been 2-0 since 2011. So they're coming in excited about their football team, excited about their program. Coach Howard's done a great job out there, and this is going to be a good test for our kids.
Irish and the Longhorns coming up next. More pregame after this.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday, Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing in all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations are accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop the Bargain Bin today.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams & Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
Back here with Coach Kevin Dodson as St. Pat's and Kimball get ready for a football Friday night. Longhorns coming in 2-0, first time in quite some time. And this is a group that I think feels like, they could be a playoff team by the end of the year. Personnel, they've been playing a lot of these guys since they were young. And a lot of them are juniors and seniors now. And so I think this is a group they've been looking forward to for quite some time, and for good reason. They're off to a good start.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think you saw some of that growth in the wintertime at the conference tournament. They had a good conference tournament, and like you said, a lot of young kids have been developing over the last couple of years, and Coach Howard, as I said, he does a good job. He's got good numbers, and I know their kids are going to play hard.
All right, let's talk about their offense. It's a multiple offense. That's what it was last year. I mean, they'll shotgun, they'll go under center and just do straight up I formation. They'll try to misdirect you a bunch. I mean, there's a lot of things they can throw at you.
Yeah, there certainly is. And so you have to be pretty disciplined in your approach defensively. And we've worked on that a lot here the last couple of weeks, well, at least since week one, right? And so Coach A's done a tremendous job of walking around and working with each group and making sure that our kids understand the basics of what we want to be able to do defensively. And then also, too, without creating any hesitancy, we want them to go out there and play with great energy, be physical, fly to the football, and don't worry about making mistakes. Just go out there and play good, solid Irish defense.
You talk about flying to the football, but when you see misdirection, sometimes then you get kind of caught flat-footed. So how do you handle that?
Yeah, a lot of times, well, again, that's going to be discipline and making sure that you're taking care of your reads. Are you slow playing it when the ball's away? Are you filling in lanes? Just a number of basic defensive strategies that you use when you're looking at misdirection like that. And I think our kids have a pretty good handle on that.
St. Pat's Kimball here for week number 3, and Longhorns have put up points. Obviously, they've kind of taken care of business so far. I mean, they were a 50-0 winner last week, so they're coming in feeling really good. I think the early part of this game is pretty big.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you on that, and we talked about that yesterday in our walkthrough. That we need to, we need to come out, be ready to go right from the start. This is a team, like I said, is playing with a lot of confidence, and So, the longer that they're in the game and the more success they have play to play, the tougher they're going to play. And so we really want to make sure that we establish ourselves early in the game.
Does that come into the coin toss? Because I noticed you took the ball last week winning the toss, which is, I don't know if that's something you normally do. Maybe on average you don't do as much. I don't know. But obviously it worked. Got out to a 55-yard run for a touchdown. Is that kind of the mindset in that?
Well, what I've kind of figured out is Coach A likes to put in his 2 cents worth on that. And so anytime he's making that call, I think he wants the offense to have the ball first. And that's great. We want to, the offense wants as many snaps as we can get. That's just a game-to-game decision. A lot of factors go into that. Sometimes we'll defer it. More often than not, we're going to defer it when we win. But taking the ball sometimes sets a tone to the game.
St. Pat's Kimball, obviously knows Xavier, so it's a different fullback back there, different linebacker too. And he's certainly a guy that does a lot defensively, probably more so.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is going to be a great opportunity. Brecken Collins and Hudson Deeds are going to be our linebackers, our starting linebackers, inside linebackers. And obviously you'll see Spencer Mostick in there also too. He continues to grow and get better every game. And then offensively, we'll see Brecken there and at fullback, and he's done a good job this week in practice, and we expect him to execute well on Friday night. And you could see some other guys in there too. Our philosophy in the backfield is, besides the quarterback, you're going to be able to play any position we put you at back there. And even you'll see, sometimes we'll move Sutton back there to I-back. So Mason is a capable fullback. Sutton could be a fullback. So any guys that we have back there can play all those positions.
North Platte St. Pat's Kimball, Week 3 football. Coach, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Tanner.
More pregame after this.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Have you heard the news? Enrollment is up at North Platte Catholic Schools, and we're excited to keep growing. I'm Enrollment Director Gwen Covey, inviting you to see what the buzz is all about. Join us and experience the difference a faith-filled education can make for your child. We're proud of our caring teachers, challenging curriculum, commitment to service, and daily focus on faith. And education at NPCS is an investment you won't regret. Call today to schedule a tour, 532-1874.
Welcome back to Knights of Columbus Field here on Husker Radio's KODY 1240 AM 1061 FM. Tanner Struckman soon to be joined with Bill O'Malley on our pregame, brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner. Fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road to everywhere, it is Quick Stop. The St. Pat's Irish 1-1. The Kimball Longhorns 2-0. We're about 13 minutes to kick off here at a 93-degree day in North Platte. A steamy one for Week 3. Across the state of Nebraska in high school football. By the way, if you're looking for Husker volleyball, that's over on the Hawk 98.5. They lost the opening set to Utah, but are kind of rolling in the second set, 11-5. So we'll keep an eye on that. That is over on 98.5 FM. St. Pat's opened the season with a loss, which is not happening quite some time. They lost to, of course, Bridgeport, but bounced back last week with a 56-8 win over the Sutherland Sailors, scoring on their first 7 drives of the game. Starting defense didn't give up a first down in that game. They had 323 rushing yards, 143 alone from Ben Hyrigs. That was a career day. Mason Keebler, 86. Jackson Braithwaite threw a touchdown pass. I say Braylon because he got in at quarterback. They played 4 of them in that game, and everyone got to play in that that game, and quite a lot, which is great to see because they didn't have a JV game last week, and they didn't get a JV game this week. Or next week, they're not getting one. So they're a little short on that, so those games are pretty nice. Only negative, we talked with Coach Xavier Pieper. He's out there in street clothes with a jersey on. He is out today with a knee injury. Does have a brace on it. And really just being pretty cautious for that one. Hopefully he can get back in the coming weeks. Brecken Collins will take over. And at fullback, you'll see Hudson Deeds, as he said, at linebacker, who I thought had a good game number 2. A lot of guys stepped up last week and got a lot of play time. I think that means there's some guys that are ready to go. And when you can run the ball like they did, 55-yard touchdown run to start the game, first play from scrimmage, you're going to do pretty well. Sutton Tickle had a 25-yard run. Ben Heinrichs had 3 first-half touchdown runs, and he was outstanding in that ball game. They actually got the first catch and completion for Jackson Braithwaite to Cooper Swanson. That was a touchdown, too. Sutherland had 93 first-half yards, and only 65 of those came on one drive right before half against the second team. So, I mean, really, the starting defense outstanding, the starting offense outstanding, and it was a tremendous night for St. Pat's. Mason Giebler went over 1,000 career rush yards in the win over Sutherland. He's got now 1,015. It needs a 100-yard game yet this year. He's had one in every run so far in his career. He's had one freshman, sophomore, and junior year so far. And that's got to be the mentality for the Irish again here today. Same mentality is, well, focus on you, take care of business. But this is a Kimball Longhorn team that's going to certainly put a little bit more pressure on you. They're coming in 2-0, feeling really good. Irish will get road trips the next 2 weeks. They've enjoyed Knights of Columbus Field for the last couple, but they will be on the road the next 2 weeks, at Alma next week, and then at Highline before getting a marquee game October 3rd against Dundee County Stratton. Tigers got a win over Sutherland last night, 48-0, and I think they did it without their star running back who tweaked his knee, but sounds like just that, and probably be good to go by the time the Irish see them. But again, Alma's 1-1. They're back in action. They play Sandy Creek tonight, so wouldn't be too surprised if they're 1-2 when the Irish make that road trip next week. But tonight it's home field advantage for St. Pat's as they play at Knights of Columbus Field. And again, we were 93 degrees. That's still what we are. Mr. Bill O'Malley made his way to the broadcast booth. Maybe a little sweat. Feels like week 1, doesn't it?
It does. We've had such beautiful weather here early, and you're 2-3 weeks in, and now you get the heat.
Yeah, I mean, 93 in the heat of summer is really not that bad. When you get 70s for a while, it's like this is not fun at all. Huh?
And no breeze. I look down there, the flag is hanging limp. There's no breeze at all, so whatever heat you have, you're sitting in it.
St. Pat's Kimble here on a football Friday night. Talk St. Pat's, let's talk a little Kimble. 2-0, this Longhorn team, the best start since 2011. Finished that year 4-5. They've had just one winning season since that year. This is a great start for them. They beat Hyannis 44-24 to open, trailed early, but got a 30-8 lead at halftime, then blasted Baird last week 50-0. But it was 8-0 until about 4:07 to go in the second quarter. They scored twice more early in the third, again a third one to open that game up. And they've been a solid team so far. Defensively, out of the 3 touchdowns they gave up to Hyannis, one was a kickoff return, so the start defense has really only given up 14 points so far. They got to feel like their offense is clicking, which I think is probably their strong suit on the offensive side. We've seen their players over the years develop, so this has got to feel like a team that's feeling as good as they've ever been in a long time playing St. Pat's.
Yeah, I think they're definitely on the uptick, and I listened to your discussion with Coach Dodson, and I think we all recognize that these are some familiar names that are in the lineup we've seen for 2 and 3 years now.
Riker Barron, the senior quarterback, did not play last week. I don't know if it was an injury or what it was, but I'm assuming brother Lincoln Barron, I guess that's an assumption I probably shouldn't make, got the start. He was very good, though, so either Barron that has played so far have been very efficient through the air. Riker's 142 yards and 2 touchdowns against Hyannis. Lincoln threw for 147 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against Baird. So put in a Barron, you're going to have some success, but Riker's certainly a little bit more experienced, even though Lincoln a little bit taller. But those two have played really well so far. And I should mention, Riker also missed all of last year in the football season due to injury. So it's good to have him back. I'm sure they felt like, oh, no, here we go again last week when he wasn't out there. But he's out there here. He was warming up. He's listed as the starter here tonight. But go back to the roster. 27 out. Last couple of years, it's certainly been improved. But you don't have to go back too far, Coach, to where they were forfeiting games, season because they didn't have enough out. I think they had 9 out one year. And so this is obviously their culture much better. Coach Howitt's probably got a lot of credit to that.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's one of the first things you got to get going if you're going to try to build something is you got to get your participation up. You're certainly not going to be competitive if you don't have everybody out that could potentially help you.
Right, for them, it's a big junior sophomore class, a lot of experience from them as well. But 2 wins already. They've only won 6 in the last 6 years prior. So that's obviously, you got to love that if you're Kimball. They haven't made the playoffs in 12 years. They're hoping to make it this year. So Riker Barron going to get the start, the senior. Again, didn't play last year. He played 2 years ago, threw for 50 yards against the Irish as a sophomore, but had a good game against Hyannis, rushed for 33 and a touchdown, had 2 passing touchdowns. So he's going to be the quarterback here today. But the running backs are the ones that kind of stand out. Greg Bingham's a 6', 205-pound junior. He's rushed for 166 yards, great defender, and he's a big bruising fullback. And then Luke Berger is a 5'11", 190-pound junior, rushed for 224 yards and 3 touchdowns. 190 and 205. You like the size at running back.
Yeah, and that creates a little different challenge. It's not just filling, it's filling with good angles and with low pad level and being able to stop guys that are that size in the hole.
And they will pass. They'll get in the gun and sling it around. Brandon Foose has been the main target, the sophomore. He's already got 7 grabs and a couple touchdowns. So they will look to throw here today, and that's something the Irish have done a really good job of defensively against the pass so far. I think that's been certainly a strong suit for this secondary. It's been pretty stout so far. That'll be the key here today. You go back to Bridgeport, they gave up 1 play downfield. The other touchdown pass that was a deep one was just poor tackling, really. It wasn't bad coverage. So the coverage has been there for the most part this year. They'll have to do that. It's a pretty decent O-line, 160, 185, 200. But again, their bigger size is actually in the backfield. And I think this is a team we talked with Coach about, is if you don't get the good start, they stay in this game, then all of a sudden this game tightens up quite a bit. Irish did not win the toss. They're going to get the ball first again. I thought that was key last week against Sutherland. 55-yard, obviously that's a key. If you could do that every game, you would, but that's a pretty big punch in the mouth on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, and I do think just what you're saying, it plays into, it'd be nice to be able to get that first score up. And so, with a team like Kimble that's playing with great confidence after a couple of wins, I think it is important. And if the Irish could punch one in on that first possession, it would really go a long way in setting the tone for the Irish for the night. Certainly
another big key for Kimble. Can they stop the run? They gave up 458 rushing yards last year. And the last 3 years since this series got rebooted, 336, 441, and 450 rush yards given up. That'll be a key today for Kimball. We're going to pause national anthem. We'll come back with kickoff between the Irish and the Longhorns next. 8-man football coming up from Knights of Columbus Field.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindemeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindemeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindemeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
The 2025 St. Patrick's Catholic Church Block Party is back September 13th and 14th in North Platte. Join the parish Saturday night after the 5:30 Mass with a nacho bar, beer garden, and live music from Kim Baxter. Then Sunday from 12 to 3, join us for kids' games, raffles, fun jumps, a bake sale, and lunch. fellowship, food, and fun, all at the St. Patrick's Catholic Church Block Party in North Platte, September 13th and 14th. Come join in on the fun.
We're always up and right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay is saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Our Quick Stop pregame show in the books from Knights of Columbus Field on a football Friday night, 6:58 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow offering Tune-Up Tuesdays where all in-shop services are half price at CT Computer Services. Technology solved. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley, Michael Corder video producing here tonight on a 93-degree night from Knights of Columbus. Settle in here for the Irish at 1-1 and the Kimble Longhorns 2-0. Daryl Howett, fourth year. He's a Kimball alum, but you might know the name. He coached at Maxwell for 6 to 7 years. He also actually was at North Platte High prior to Kimball as an lineman coach. This is his 32nd year in football, 15th as a head coach, so he's done this for a long time. Coach Kevin Dodson, 27th year, 205 wins in that time. He's got a couple former players, and Josh Kramer and Chris Borden on his staff, and so does Coach Howett, Jake Reeder. That goes back to maybe our first year together, man. He was a 2013 grad for Kimball. I remember that name pretty well. He's on the staff, as is Connor DeBoot, who just graduated last year. Kimball to kick off. It'll be Greg Bingham to tee it up in the white uniforms, red numerals, red helmets, and black pants left to right. St. Pat's looking into the sun with Mason Giebler and Sutton Tickle back deep. They have one kickoff return between them so far this year. That was Giebler against Bridgeport 2 weeks ago. They'll be standing at their own 6-yard line. Irish in the home greens, gold pants, white numerals, gold helmets, and it's scooped up off the ground by Tickle at the 8-yard line. Across the 15 to the 20, sideline, 25, cuts back inside, and it'll get ushered out by several Kimball Longhorns, but a good return out to the 28-yard line for the starting quarterback for North Platte St. Pat's, Sutton Tickle, as they bring out the offense. It's averaging 280 yards so far, 225 on the ground. This has been a team that has been really effective on the ground game against this Kimball Longhorn team over the last several years. They start their opening drive at their own 27.
And as Coach Dodson said, he's going to start Brecken Collins out there at the fullback spot, and I think we'll see a lot of different combinations back there, but obviously Brecken's a very capable guy.
He's only carried it one time for 3 yards so far. Mason Giebler dots the I for the Irish offense. Sutton Tickle, the senior quarterback, lines him up at the 27 on the right hash. They work right to left. Here's a Giebler hand off right side to the 30, 35. Gets through one tackler, tiptoes down the sideline. They're going to mark him out. Ultimately pushed out by Lincoln Barron, but where will they mark him? Well, right at the first down stick. Or a few yards beyond that. He went to about the 30 of Kimball, but he stepped out at the 40. It's a 13-yard, though, run for Mason Giebler, and the Irish start with a first down.
I don't know if there was a whistle there, Tanner, because it appeared that everybody kept playing. The Longhorn defenders kept going, and so did Mason, but it was clearly marked out there by the official on the far side.
Weston Hammond, Spencer Mostek, Emilio Demas left to right on that offensive line. I formation from midfield. Turn, handoff left side, Giebler. Same play. This time, he'll get 13 more, maybe 14 before he's brought down by Cameron McGinnis. He moves it all the way down to the 27-yard line. Give him another 13. 2 plays, 2 13-yard runs for Mason Giebler.
Both really well blocked, and of course Mason's quick up into the hole, and so a good start here for the Irish.
Cooper Swanson, one of the tight ends, bringing in the play right now. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. On that far side is Peyton Kramer, double nickel, the right tight end. Same exact formation, 3 straight plays. Irish 30 seconds in with a pair of first downs from the Kimball 27. This time fullback gets it. Brecken Collins spins off a would-be tackler. He's fighting for extra yards. He's got a first down run. He'll get 11 and move it down to the 16-yard line. And boy, if you're the Irish, you love so far this start. 3 plays of smash mouth football right up the middle and 3 first downs.
Yeah, that play, there was a gap at the line of scrimmage, but he had to do a lot more work for that 11 yards. He really worked hard there on the end of that.
So 11-yard gain for Collins on his second carry of the ball game here, and St. Pat's has worked all the way down to the 16-yard line here of Kimball. Working right to left with the I formation. Again, Giebler and Collins behind Sutton Tickle. From the 16, hard count, no jump. He'll turn, give it. Giebler got a whole right side, bounces off a tackler, spins off another, down to the 10, down to the 8-yard line. That second tackler was Greg Bingham. He ultimately wrapped him up, their leading tackler, with 23-12 a game. But that's a good gain of 7 yards for Giebler. Already has 33 yards on 3 carries.
Well, there's the first evidence that the 2 works on the down box.
You were doubting it, huh?
Yeah.
So a 2nd down and 3 down to the 9-yard line. As the Irish work on the right hash here. Right to left in radio dial. Sun providing him a little relief, not really looking into it as it's behind the trees. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Turn, give it. Giebler left side. Bounces to the outside. This time will get strung out well. That time Bridgeport's going to knock him down for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2.5. Greg Bingham, McGinnis both on the stop. Strung it out to the near side.
Good pursuit there by the Longhorns. Thought maybe Mason tried to bounce that outside. I don't think there was much there anyway, but I think whatever was there was up on the inside.
He got about a half yard. 3rd down and a long 2 at the Kimball 8-yard line on the near hash. Irish with their 6th play of the drive. Single back formation is Giebler, and an penalty flag flies on this near side before the play can even get started, and it's going to be offsides on Kimball. Oh, what a mistake by the Longhorns. That'll give the Irish a 1st down to the 4-yard line. It's half the distance of the goal, but that's enough for a 1st down. And boy, Kimball just giving up a 1st down there on 3rd down.
Just a situation there where kid evidently didn't look up and down the line of scrimmage and just had his helmet through the neutral zone.
1st and goal now at the 4-yard line for St. Pat's. Giebler trying to get his 3rd touchdown. We'll see if he gets a tote or maybe Sutton Tickle gets his 1st. On the near hash, they will sweep it. Right side, Giebler got Demas blocking for him. He's dancing for the corner, and he's in. Number 2 scores. In fact, his 3rd touchdown of the year. A 6-play drive of smash mouth Irish football with 9:33 to go in the 1st quarter. They start 6-0.
Really good job on that toss. Emilio Demas did a good job getting out in front. And then Sutton Tickle, after he made the pitch, got out and got his helmet in front of the last guy that kind of had a pursuit angle and was able to cut him off.
Tickle on the year, 10 for 10 on PATs. Jackson Braithwaite holding it off the Brecken call and snap. It's down. The kick right to left is up and through, and St. Pat's has started out 7-0. A 6-play, 53-yard drive capped off by a Giebler touchdown. Irish 7, Kimble 0. We're back with Kimble offense after this on Husker Radio.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
Hold on there, race car. You're not quite ready to get in the game, but Dave's Place is. Our new location is in mid-season form, ready for your next game day watch party.
Pizza made from fresh dough and wings. Boy, do we have wings.
Pre-gaming for that big matchup, maybe celebrating the big win after, or even trying to forget that ugly loss.
Lose? You can't lose at Dave's Place. You're always winning at Dave's Place. Family atmosphere inside and carry out and DoorDash too.
502 East Francis Street in North Platte. Whoop, whoop.
Putting your family first.
At Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Putting your family first.
Our scoreboard brought to you by the Justin Thompson Agency for all your insurance needs. Call Justin, 534-2400. Visit him online at jthompsoninsurance.com. Stop by his office at 501 South Dewey Street in North Platte. Mentioned that Sutton Tickle now 11 for 11 on PATs. He's also 9 for 9 on touchbacks as he drives that one through the back of the end zone. And the Kimball Longhorn offense will begin at their own 15-yard line here with 9:33 to go in the opening quarter. Give it up a 6-play drive. St. Pat's 7-zip. We'll get our first look at this offensive line. That's Abdiel Flores is a sophomore on the line. Bryce Egley is the big senior lineman, 200-pound senior. He'll kind of lead the way. And then your center, Cameron McGinnis, 160 pounds. Him and Riker Barron were working on snaps a lot. I noticed in the game against Hyannis a lot of high snaps when he was in the gun. They worked on that in the pregame for a lot. This time under center as they worked left to right from midfield. From the 15, they give it to the deep back end. Bingham has nowhere to go. That's Greg Bingham, and he's wrapped up for a tackle for loss. It'll be a half-yard loss. First one to hit him. How about Hudson Deeds makes his play on his first start of his career.
Really a good downhill play there by Hudson Deeds getting into the backfield. Also worth noting is Hans Kane is out there with that first group of defensive tackle.
Now, Coach said he wasn't sure who it was going to be, but the 6'1", 240-pound freshman joining Demas on that D tackle spot with, of course, Sutton Tickle and Peyton Kramer, your D ends, and Brecken Collins and Hudson Deeds in that linebacking core. 2nd and 10 by Bingham after no gain from the 15-yard line. Snap back in the gun as Riker Barron Sr. throws it out to the flat. Caught by Barrett at the 15. Try to shake a Ben Hyrig's tackle. Can't. Gets some help. He'll pick up 3, maybe 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Covering pursuit was Collins and Kane. And a completion, but only a 4 yards, 3rd and 6.
Yeah. Ben Hyrig's did a good job of keeping that in front. He had a lot of space out there to take care of and was able to keep him in front. And then Hans and Brecken both did a good job pursuing inside out to help him with the tackle.
Bingham's 6', 205. The junior's a big target, and he's a tough one to bring down, so a good tackle. 3rd and 6 here for Kimball, working left to right, 8:16 opening quarter. Wing left and a shotgun set for Riker Barron. Back to throw with plenty of time. Looking for a screen play here. Throwing back far side, caught by Berger. Berger slips one tackle, gets to the 23. He'll be short, though. Excellent job, Brecken Collins on the stop for St. Pat's. It's a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down and a long 2 for this Kimball offense.
Yeah, that was a good play by Brecken because that appeared to be set up really well, and there was some room there, and he was able to maneuver between the blockers in front of the screen receiver there.
So Barron goes 2 for 2. Now he's set up. Well, Irish have 2 back, but right now I think the punter is Greg Bingham. I don't think Kimball's punting this. Now they're going to shift Bingham back. Maybe St. Pat's saw that on some film, and Bingham's got a leg. He catches at his 10. It's a low driving kick. Mason Giebler will catch it at his own 27-yard line. Will he fake the handoff or give it? He will give it near side Brecken Collins. He's got a wall. 40, 35, 30. Brecken Collins needs one block. Cuts inside to the 10, to the 5, and he's brought down at the 4. Touchdown saving tackle by Luke Berger, but a big-time return. Boy, the wall was set up. That was a thing of beauty for Coach Brad Braithwaite and company, and they've set up the offense at the 3-yard line.
Really well blocked, well executed on the exchange, a real full-speed exchange there by Mason. And, of course, with Mason going the other way, you got to respect his speed, and so Brecken did a good job of maneuvering his way up the sideline. And then at the very end of that, Peyton Kramer had a nice block. He really occupied a guy. Couldn't really give Brecken a great angle to get all the way to the end zone, but certainly bought him another 10 or 12 yards there, I thought.
Pro set behind Tickle with now Ben Hyrigs and Brecken Collins behind him. Tickle will run via right. Brecken Collins' second carry of the ball game is a 4-yard touchdown run. So a one-play drive, and you got to like that. They let the guy that got the kick, punt return, he caps it off with a touchdown eventually. He'll get it one play later on the ground.
Yeah, he's doing all the work here. Now he's got a snap for the PAT.
Yeah, Brecken Collins with his first rushing touchdown of the year. He had one against Kimball last year. Had 4 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. He had 54 yards as a freshman. He's had a good career against the Longhorns. Extra point by Sutton Tickle is up and through. The big punt return set up a touchdown run from Brecken Collins. St. Pat's has grabbed a 14-0 lead. 7:13 to go in the first quarter.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs. Call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
When injury or trouble finds you, what do you look for in a lawyer? How about someone with over 30 years experience handling civil lawsuits and criminal cases right here in western Nebraska? How about someone who doesn't charge you for every stamp and envelope or bill you for every fraction of an hour spent working on your case? How about someone who will actually talk with you and meet with you about your case? You can have all that by calling me, Marty Trzynski, at 534-4837.
Just like the athletes on the field, Quarter Track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed. When the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down, call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte, 534-5848. And a beauty kick there goes through the back of the end zone from Sutton Tickle. Kimball's second drive starts at their own 15 here. 14-0 St. Pat's, 7-13 opening quarter. Hot start for the Irish here with a 6-play drive to start off the game. Forced a 3-and-out, then a big punt return, and then Brecken Collins brought it in from 4 yards out. And Kimble Longhorn offense, well, I mean, just they've ran 3 plays and already trail 14-0. Completed 2 short passes and had a carry for nothing. They go back to work here under center with Riker Barron, the senior quarterback, who threw for 142 yards and ran for 33 against Hyannis. Missed last week against Baird. He's got it. He'll run a little counter left side for Berger. Berger's got a little room. Peyton Kramer and Mason Giebler bring him down at the 19 minutes, a gain of 4. He came from the wingback spot.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. They got their big back there is in the wing, and then sure enough, that's what they did. That's what, you know, you've described the Irish running previously, kind of that scissor counter there from the wing spot.
Second down and 6:48 to go. Opening quarter, St. Pat's leading Kimball here 14-0. Longhorns looking for their first down. First down of the game. 381 yards per game through the first 2. They've been a really good running team. 236 yards on the ground. Back to the traditional I formation. 2nd and 6. This time deep back gets it. No, play action. Barron rolling left, looking to throw. Flag comes in. Now he looks to run, gets to the sideline and ushered out. Takes out the official by Mason Giebler and company. It's going to be almost no gain on the carry, but there is a flag in the backfield, too, that the Irish probably going to back up Kimball if this is a holding back at the 16-yard line. And it will be.
It appeared that they threw it just as Barron was kind of breaking the pocket. That's usually a bad sign.
Yep, and they'll mark it from the line of scrimmage, so it'll take them back to the 9-yard line here for Kimball. It'll be 2nd down and long on their second penalty of the ball game here with 6:26 to go in the opening quarter. It would have been
after the penalty, they marked
3rd down and a good set, 2nd down, excuse me, but pull that back here, and now it'll be 2nd down and, yeah, we'll call it 16 yards for the Kimball Longhorn offense. 6:26 opening quarter. Backed up inside their own 10-yard line here, working left to right on your radio dial. Irish really crowding the line of scrimmage as a tight bunch formation for the offense here. Barron under center with a single back behind him and a wing right. Barron, hard counts, no jump. He'll turn. Fake play action, looking to throw, put pressure. He airs it up. He's got a man out there. It's turning in. Knocked away at the last second by Ben Heinrichs. Good coverage on Lincoln Hotel, the 5'9 sophomore who's looking for his second catch of the year. Probably in similar formation. He had a 59-yard touchdown reception against Baird. That time, Heinrichs turned around just at the right time.
Really good, I thought, recovery. I thought really good recovery there by Ben. The receiver maybe had a step or two, but Ben, when he turned and ran, he really closed that gap. And then, as you said, he did a great job of turning and finding the ball and really had a chance to kind of get his hands on it there.
Solid throw from Barron. He just aired that up, and only Hotel could really get it. Instead, it's 3rd down and 16, back at his own 9-yard line. He's in the gun with a back on each hip. Barron, it's a direct snap, actually. This time comes far side. Safety coming. Barron goes down to the end zone. The Irish will get the safety. Demas was there for St. Pat's. He had help, though, and it's going to be a safety back in the end zone for the Irish defense as they put 2 on the board.
Yeah, really just got snowed under. Barron's kind of started to drop, and when he turned back to the other side of the field, he was just completely overrun with Irish pursuers.
So 16-0, St. Pat's gets the safety. They'll get the ball back with 6:13 to go in our opening quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. Back after this on Husker Radio.
Looking for a real sports bar, not a restaurant with a TV in the corner? That's what you'll find at McCabe's. With 14 beers on tap, a full liquor selection, keno, and plenty of room to play, this isn't where you sit quietly and sip. This is where the game's always on, the pool tables are open, and the energy's just right. Grab something off the menu, pour a drink, and kick back in your new favorite corner of downtown. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, corner of 4th and Dewey, downtown North Platte.
Hey, I want to thank Viera Wireless in North Platte. They're your home for cell phone and internet needs, providing consistent, clear connections across Nebraska, including in rural areas. They're also the provider for connections today to make our broadcast possible. Check out Viera Wireless, 1302 South Chestnut Street in North Platte, the provider of Irish football here. 16-0, St. Pat's with the lead, and Kimball will free kick this with Bingham. I watched him warm up. He's got a good leg on him. He didn't get all of that on the first one. This time he'll be able to kick it freely. This one, not well. Off the side of his foot, sidewinder. It's going to be caught by the 33-yard line by Giebler. He looks for the far side. Giebler slips through 2 tacklers to midfield, and he'll try to get what he can out to the 35-yard line. Excellent field position. Brandon Fuess with the tackle there for Kimball at the 35-yard line. St. Pat's takes over in Kimball territory for the second time with 6:06 to go here in our opening quarter, leading 16-0.
That was a good cut-up, I thought, by Mason. I mean, I think if he continues to try to get clear to the sideline, he comes up about 10 yards shorter. He was able to cut in behind one of his blockers and make the most of it.
1st and 10 from the Kimball 35. Play action. Tickle looking to throw. Looking for Peyton Kramer. Deep route. He's got him. Peyton can't quite haul it in. Tickle just overthrew him by a foot or two. Excellent dive effort from 55, but it falls incomplete.
Really a good-looking ball there by Sutton.
Sutton through the air has been effective. 5 of 7, 97 yards and a touchdown. He only threw for 274 last year all year. And boy, just had that one. I mean, it was decent coverage. He had to lay that one in over top of the defender. He just threw it a foot or two too far. 2nd down and 10. Irish go back to work here. Collins, the right wing back there. Single back behind is Giebler from the Kimball 35. Play action again, look at the throw. Tickle, pump fakes once, now steps up in the pocket, flushed out right. Tickle trying to take off, get what he can to the sideline. He'll get ushered out of probably about the 31-yard line. It's a good job of getting a few. Collins had good coverage downfield, or was guarded well. They only gave him 2 at the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a long 8.
Yeah, he looked like he tiptoed up the side, but he obviously stepped on the boundary there early.
So now 3rd down and 9 from the 34, 5:51 opening quarter on our scoreboard here from Knights at Columbus Field. St. Pat's 16-0, but a long 3rd down here from the Kimball 34. I formation, turn, give it, Giebler, left side, hit right away, Greg Bingham. Big time hit. He read that one well, and it's 4th down and 9. Number 20 makes a stop, no gain.
4th down and 9 yards to go.
Interesting to see what they do here. I mean, you know, you're in plus territory.
I would think with
pretty long. I mean, you probably gain 20, 25 yards to kick it in the end zone.
I would think that play suggested they were going to go for it, but you kind of also anticipate getting 3 or 4 yards. Now 4th down and a long 8 in go-for situation here. Collins split out near side as a wing back, and Giebler the lone back behind Tickle. 4th down and 8. They'll turn, pitch it, left side, Giebler. Got to cut back inside, won't get it. That's gobbled up right away. Cameron McGinnis with a great stop. It's a 1-yard gain and a turnover on downs for the Irish offense.
Really well defended there by Kimball. They pursued really hard, and that you would think they would be thinking pass play and play a little softer, but they pursued really hard and ate up that toss sweep.
So that drive goes nowhere for St. Pat's, and Kimball going to get it back with their best field position at their own 32-yard line here with 5:06 to go in our opening quarter. Hey, if you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service, 368-4000. With fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control, Jorgensen's proud to serve the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. Back to I formation for Kimball. 3rd drive, they'll play our quarterback keeper here, and Riker Barron nowheres to go. A bear hug and a throwdown by the Irish defender. On the stop, it was Lane sit-up. Boy, he bear hugged him and threw him down for a loss of 1. Lane's 2nd tackle for loss of the year.
That had some kind of unique ball handling there. He kind of faked it and then almost put it behind his back like it was a Statue of Liberty, and then he took off. And I do think there were some of the Irish defenders that lost track of where the ball was, but Lane wasn't one of them.
He met 230-pound junior Lane Sitta and said hello. 2nd and 11. Back to the gun for Barron with a back on each hip. That's Bingham. Bad snap. It goes through his hand. That's Lincoln Barron back there. He'll gobble it up back at the 12-yard line. I don't even know if that was a bad snap. I think maybe he thought it was going to the back on the right hip there. I'm not sure. There was definitely some miscommunication, but it's a monster loss back to the 13-yard line.
Well, I think, you called that safety play they were lined up kind of three across that kind of a T formation, and they shifted right at the snap. It didn't look like anybody really made an attempt to catch that snap, like they thought somebody else was going to catch it.
I think he thought the guy on the right side of him was going to catch it. So with 3rd and a mile, about 30 yards to go, they'll sweep left side for Bingham, looking to get what he can to the sideline. Good ankle tackle on that far side. Holding on was Jackson Braithwaite with a good job to just get a hold of his leg, and Bingham able to get a few out to the 17, a gain of 4. It's 4th down and a long ways to go for Kimball.
Really good pursuit to the sideline there by Jackson, because it looked like some of the interior guys had kind of gotten caught inside, and Jackson did a good job of getting out there and getting around his ankles.
The first down's at the Irish 38. This is an obvious punt here for Kimball, but they'll line up in a formation here where they'll bring Bingham back here. And Bingham will go back. He'll receive it. Has some time, gets it away. This is a boomer. This is what I saw in the warm-ups. Goes over the head. It's going to roll all the way down into the end zone. Holy cow. He flipped the field from his own 17. It'll go into the end zone. Boy, if that could have died, that would have been the punt of the year for Greg Bingham. But it will be a touchback and a 3-and-out for the Kimball offense.
He really banged that thing, man.
I saw him, and he had some buttes that were just hanging up in the air with a nice spiral. This one will come out to the own 15. It's still a solid punt.
First down, 10 yards.
Of a good 48 yards. And the Irish take over at their own 15. Worst field position here for the Irish. They lead 16-0 so far with a couple touchdowns on their 2 opening drives. A big punt return set one up. And then a safety, but a turnover on downs on their last possession. 3:04, quarter one here from Knights of Columbus Field on a sun starting to set, so it's cooling down a bit. And Tickle under center, working right to left with that starting group. He'll turn, give it. Ben Heinrich's first carry to the outside, to the 19-yard line. McGinnis and Berger throw him down. Heinrich's, well, they'll put him at the 20, and on his first carry, able to get 5 yards.
You know, going back to that previous possession, I think, Tanner, you know, Coach Dodson, you only get so many opportunities to kind of work your passing game a little bit. And the way the game had gone in the first couple possessions, you think, well, if we're going to throw it, we probably need to do it on this possession.
Timeout taken by Kimball. We'll take it too. It is 2:42 to go in the opening quarter. St. Pat's 16, Kimball 0. This timeout brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
Let's take a quick check into area scores brought to you from the McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk. McCabe's, your local spot to catch every play and cheer your favorite teams. Downtown North Platte. North Platte trailing Norfolk tonight. Crosstown 21-7. It's homecoming night there for the Bulldogs. They started at 6 in that one. In D1, Alma, who is the opponent next week for St. Pat's, they'll go there. They trail Sandy Creek 16-8 in the first quarter. That's still pretty early in that game, though. Here, 2nd and 5 for the Irish out of the Kimball timeout from their own 20-yard line. Working right to left, there's a jump from both the tight end and the fullback, although I think the fullback might have been induced by the tight end. That 5 yards Heinrich's got is given back by a penalty. First one on the Irish, 2nd and 10.
And I think the Irish have been very conscious of mixing up the count because of a couple of plays there in week 1, and so they've tried to mix it up and done a pretty good job. I can't hardly remember us jumping before, but
2nd and 10 now, back at the 15, I formation. And Tickle this time will play action, roll right. Now it's a quarterback boot, right side to the 20. Tickle with a big block downfield to the 30, to the 35. He's brought down there in space. Good tackle by Abdiel Flores. But it's a big-time run for Tickle from the 15 to the 36-yard line, 21 yards and a first down.
A couple of really good blocks out there. I think Spencer Mostek maybe, and then also Peyton Kramer really buried somebody over there.
There was a pancake somewhere down there. 2:29 opening quarter. St. Pat's on the move with their 6th first down of the ball game. Out to their own 36-yard line here in the green and gold tonight from Knights of Columbus Field on a beautiful football Friday night. Under center, Tickle gives it deep back right side. Heinrichs to midfield. Cuts to the outside 35. Down the sideline. Puts on the Jets. Slips a tackle. The 25 to the 20 to the 10. Down to the 5. What a run, Ben Heinrichs. Boy, he showed his moves there. He showed agility, speed, and physicality at the end to take that one all the way down to the 70-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
That was a fantastic run. I mean, it was well blocked, and he got a good run at the secondary, but man, he did just what you described. He combined everything there and made a tremendous run out of it.
37-yard run for Ben Hyrigs. It's first and goal. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to cap it off. Career day last week, 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's all career highs. They operate from the 70-yard line. I formation, blitz coming. They get through. There's a flag that's going to stop this. Boy, Greg Bingham was coming on a hard blitz, and he got just a little too early. They're going to say he came across too early. And if the Irish would have just held on for a half second, he'd have tackled somebody before the play got started. So they'll move that down half the distance to about the 4-yard line.
You're right on that. I think if Sutton kind of picks that up out of the corner of his eye, he can just lay off on the count a little bit and make that a little easier penalty to call.
So first and goal now at the 4-yard line. They'll turn, play action, looking to throw out in the covered. He'll throw end zone this time late, incomplete. Boy, dangerous throw. Cameron McGinnis, only one with his hands on it, intended for Tucker Kemp. It'll be second and goal at the 4.
They had really good coverage. I think the near side tight end was Peyton Kramer, and he was really well covered. I think they anticipated Sutton, squaring up there and finding Peyton, but really good coverage there by the Longhorns.
Tickle looking for his second passing touchdown. I'm guessing he won't get a chance on this play. 0 for 2 in this game. Back to the pro set with Hyrigs and Brecken Collins behind him. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter from the 4-yard line. They give it Ben Hyrigs right up the middle. He's in. He'll get the touchdown after all. Ben Hyrigs, 4th rushing touchdown of the year for the junior, and St. Pat's makes it 22-0.
Just veer dive there, just straight ahead blocking. A nice gap there, well blocked, and Ben was able to make his way into the end zone.
That's a 5-play, 65-yard drive for North Platte St. Pat's, and a Hyrigs run to cap it off. And St. Pat's has opened this one up to 22-0 with a PAT pending. There's going to be a false start as Kimball moved, but also Weston Hammond jumped, and that's going to move it back 5 yards.
Called against the Irish.
Yeah.
So it'll be a longer PAT for Tickle, who certainly the depth is not the problem for Sutton at all. It's just getting it online, but he's been very efficient through his career. Already in his career with 90. Well, this would be number 100, I believe. So that's
a nice round number.
And that's a record. That's a D1. That's a record across D1. See if he can do it from a little bit longer. High snap, but he gets it down. This kick has plenty of distance. And guess what? Number 100 for Sutton Tickle makes it 23-0. North Platte St. Pat's on that. 1:57 to go in the opening quarter. Irish up 23-0 on Kimble on Husker Radio.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Pathology Services now offers Save a Fortune cookies to all patients who see healthcare providers with offices in North Platte. All patients have the federally guaranteed right to choose which lab performs their blood draws and lab tests. Simply tell your local provider you want your lab tests performed at Pathology Services and save a fortune on lab tests.
Pathology Services inside the North Platte Health Pavilion or at the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte.
That timeout brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family. Here back at Knights of Columbus Field. It is 23-0, $1:57 to go here in our opening quarter. Still the opening quarter, been a long first quarter. Irish with a 65-yard drive capped off by a Ben Hyrigs 4-yard touchdown run, and it's 23-0. North Platte St. Pat's with the lead here over the Kimble Longhorns. Kimble in the white uniforms will go back to work. This will be their 4th drive. So far, a punt, a safety, and a punt here. 4 so far for the Longhorns. Irish defensively, Weston Hammond out there, and Hans Kane. We might need a package name for that.
Well, right.
That's the big 2 guys inside.
That's the big guys. But they've really been rotating those guys. Each of them getting kind of two series at a time, I think.
Here in the gun, Barron hands it off. Bingham gets it off the near side, right back to the line of scrimmage before Brought down by one of those two, and Spencer Mostek. And Tucker Kemp in on the stop, no gain.
Tucker Kemp did a great job on that play. He really stood up that kick-out block and narrowed that down and forced it back into his teammates.
Bingham 3 carries, 4 yards. Quick offense here, 2nd and 10. Step pass far side, incomplete for Foose. Trying to throw for 26, and it's behind him. That would have gotten some yards, but second incompletion for Riker Barron. It's 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, and they did get the Irish in the midst of their shift. The Irish over the past several years have flipped their defensive ends by strength of formation, and they got kind of caught in the middle of that right there.
When was the last time the Irish went 280, 240 on that D tackle spot? It's been a long time. 3rd down and 9, back to throw. Barron this time over the middle, throws it near flat, caught by Berger at the 19 to the 20. Berger able to move forward. He's ushered out of bounds by Brecken Collins, but he's a yard shy of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Yep. Good job there by Brecken. That's a big guy to bring down, and he had a lot of room out there, and Brecken did a good job of getting him squared up and getting him down.
So 4th down and 1 now, out at the 24-yard line. Minute 26, got out of bounds. His first quarter has just taken forever. Tight formation for Kimble from their own 24. Hard count, no jump. Barron under center on 4th and 1. Hard counts again, and Coach Hout's going to take a timeout here with 1:26 to go in the first quarter and think about this 4th down and 1 from his own 24. It's brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family. Back after this on Husker Radio.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday to Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing of all sizes including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday to Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop the Bargain Bin today.
Big time 4th down and 1. Kimble coming out with a tight formation here from their own 24-yard line. They'll sneak it with Barron off the left side, and now, well, he's getting forward. Still they haven't blown the whistle. He's going to have the first down. Boy, this play goes forever, and they're going to give Kimble the first down. He snuck out to the far side, and a teammate bear hugged him and drug him across the first down stick. That play took a long time, but he got a yard and a half when they needed a yard, and a first down for Kimble, their first of the game.
I kind of lost track of Barron in that. I thought we had him behind that big pile of humanity, and he was popped out there on the side.
I think several Irish defenders did too. This time he'll keep it near side, trying to get around Tickle. Does. Flag comes in. Ben Hankla brings him down for a loss of 1. There was holding on Tickle there against Sutton Tickle, and that's what the call is. There's no doubt about that. Sutton still about made the tackle as he kind of got tackled himself. Irish have a loss of 1 if they want it, or they can back up Kimble 10 yards.
I got to think they'll run him back. I think.
Appears they will. 10-yard loss from the line of scrimmage. First down and 20 as Kimble gets their 4th penalty for 28 yards. That right tight end was doing his best to just hold on for dear life. Unfortunately, that's a penalty against Tickle. Minute 3 to go in the opening quarter. 23-0. It has been a long quarter, frankly. This final couple minutes, this drive is taking quite some time. High snap. Barron gets it, receives it, trying to set up a screen far side for Berger. He'll come up with a catch. And what a tackle. Brecken Collins right there. Now it's thrown up for Bingham, who comes up with it. Boy, that's a dangerous play there.
I have no idea what was going on there.
Berger.
I'm going to say that's not by design.
I don't think so. I think Berger was getting tackled and thought, oh, there's Greg Bingham wide open. Why don't I throw to him? Dangerous play, and it's going to ultimately, in all of that, lose a yard.
It was nearly a second forward pass. I think they deemed it was pretty much lateral, but it was close to going forward, I think.
So now it's 2nd down and 21. 20 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Single back and a wing to the near side. This time Barron, play action, rolling this way. Look at a throw. He's airing it up. It's a jump ball down in the midfield, and it's hauled in at the 35. Jump ball Hauled in by Lincoln Hotell, the sophomore. Well, they tried that in the first drive, didn't come up with this time. The defenders got turned around, and he hauls it into the Irish 34-yard line.
Yeah, I think the Irish defender was pleading a little bit. Might have got kind of forced to the ground a little bit, but I don't think enough to draw a flag. Good play there by the receiver.
And Kimball moves it to the 34-yard line here of St. Pat's. First down and 10. Their second first down. They won't have to run a play. That'll end our first quarter. St. Pat's 23, Kimball 0. We got the second quarter coming up next on Husker Radio.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams and Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
Welcome back on Husker Radio's KODY 1240 AM 106.1 FM. Hey, are you in need of farm or ranch management or considering a sale of your ag real estate? Turn to the professionals at HD Management. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HD Management. That's HD Management in North Platte, your professionals in ag real estate. Or tell us, we can just yell down to Justin. He's down below us running the clock down below. Pieper's been doing that for a long time, maybe longer than you and I have been doing this, huh?
I think probably so. They've been a part of the school for a really long time.
And they're not going anywhere, I can tell you that. First and 10, Kimball. They just got their second first down, a 32-yard completion from Barron to Hotell. Down to the Irish 34, first time in Irish territory. I formation for Riker Barron, the senior quarterback. He'll turn, sweep near side, has some room for Luke Berger to the outside. Berger down to the 30 and ushered out of bounds, but he picks up, I'll give him 5 yards on the play. Luke Berger, that's probably the best run for Kimball today of 5 yards, second down.
Yeah, they kind of got the Irish defensive end there hooked there, and were able to get the edge.
23-0, Irish playing without Xavier Pieper here today. Second and 5, direct snap to Greg Bingham, near side to the 30. Picks his way to the 27, to the 26, ushered out of bounds, but really just those plays are set up by that first push. And then he's just kind of picking his way, and he's able to get 3, sets up a third down and 3.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of rhythm now after the one big play to kind of give them some confidence, and now they've had some success on a couple run plays.
We'll call it that third down and 2 from the Irish 26-yard line. 30 seconds gone in the second quarter. St. Pat's leading 23-0, but this is the 9th play of this drive for Kimball that started back at their own 15-yard line. And on third down and 2, Barron under center. He's got the I formation. He'll play action, look to throw. Barron looking for Hotell, airs it up. Ben Hankel on coverage. Hotell comes in front, but drops it. Hotell made the right move to step in front of Ben Hankla and had basically just a basket catch at the 9-yard line, fell through his hands.
Yeah, Ben was recovering and ran kind of by the ball, and the receiver stopped up and was ready to make a play on the ball, just couldn't do it.
I like that play call, though, on third and 2. Now you get fourth down and 2 from the 26 on the near hash. Back to work. Irish run Collins on late here. They've got scrambling here. Now have it set. Direct snap. Here comes Lincoln Barron with a carry. He'll run up the middle, and he won't get it. He got one. He needed the 24. He got to the 25. Irish make the turnover on downs tackle, and it'll be St. Pat's ball, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Sutton Tickle and Hudson Deeds got into the backfield and kind of forced him back to the middle, and then was it Brecken Collins that got him down? Really nice play there by the Irish defense.
Irish take over at the 25. It's only a second carry for Lincoln Barron there, and the Irish take over. A turnover on downs. A 10-play drive stalls out here with 10:58 to go in the second quarter. St. Pat's takes over their own 25-yard line. Working left to right. This time they'll give it Brecken Collins up the middle. Collins slips to the outside. Greg Bingham bear hugs. He fights through that. Still churning the legs across the 30 to the 31. 6-yard physical run for Brecken Collins.
Yeah, I think the Kimball defender there thought he was going to give up on it. He wasn't going to give up on it. He twisted around, got another 2 yards out of it.
I will say Kimball hasn't given up the big play so far on the ground. Last year, it was all big plays for St. Pat's. Second down and 5 from the 30-yard line, maybe 30 and a half. 10:28 second quarter, 23-0 St. Pat's. High formation for Tickle. Turns, gives it. Giebler gets his first carry in a while. 35 to the outside of the midfield. He'll be backpedaling to the 36-yard line, pick up a first down run.
Yeah, really good quick hitter there by Mason. Well blocked and good job of using his speed to get to the outside there.
13 to 14-yard gain for Mason Giebler. 8 carries, 52 yards for the senior.
St. Patrick's on the 36-yard line.
Has had a great career against Kimball. We'll get his line. 280 yards and 6 scores in 3 games against Kimball in his career. First and 10 from the Longhorn 36-yard line. This time Tickle with a hard count. And boy, Riker Barron, he came across and he about got halfway past the lineman. 5-yard penalty, a free one there for St. Pat's.
Again, I'm going to commend the Irish for doing a good job of mixing up their snap count, because I think that's something that they knew they needed to do, and they did catch themselves on one of them, but mostly they've gotten the Longhorns to jump, I think, 3 times now.
First and 5 at the 31-yard line now. This time Tickle, counter pass, rolling right out into the flat. Caught, meet Giebler, 25 to the 20, puts on the Jets to the 15. McGinnis races him down, but it's a first down pitch and catch, the first completion of the ball game for the Irish.
Really a nice little flip out there in the flat from Sutton out to Mason, and then Mason just got up the sideline. Really nice job.
17-yard completion to Giebler, his first catch of the season. He had 3 last year. Takes it down to the 14-yard line. First and 10, St. Pat's 10-10 second quarter, leading Kimball 23-0. This drive worked into the red zone now on the Longhorn end. Collins and Giebler behind Tickle. The senior quarterback this time turns, gives it. Giebler right side to the 15 to the 10. Runs over to the defender. That defender holds on, but he carries him to the 5-yard line. 9-yard run for the senior I-back.
A couple times there where it looked like to me the Kimball defenders were really trying to tackle the ball. And you know, that's obviously all right, works sometimes, but I think that's how Brecken on that carry earlier in this possession ended up with another 2 or 3 yards, and I thought Mason got an extra couple out of that too.
Second down and 1 from the 5-yard line here for St. Pat's. 9:40 second quarter, already up 23-0. Giebler gets another carry from the 5 down to the 4, down to the 3. Foose on the stop, bear hugging him and hold him up. It's a first down run though, of, we'll call it 3 yards, and it'll be first and goal for St. Pat's at the 2.
And McGinnis.
Now, I mean, good quick hitter, got the first down, so now you got several chances.
I mentioned Giebler's line as a freshman, 7 carries, 118 yards, 2 scores against Kimball. As a sophomore, 2 carries, 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. As a junior, 3 carries, 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. Today, 64 yards and a touchdown. He's got first down and goal. I'm not sure who gets the carry. Brecken Collins might have it, and he does, and he's in. That was not exactly how the Irish drew it up, but it counts for a touchdown. 2 yards out from Brecken Collins.
I think it was just supposed to be dive, and maybe Brecken went the wrong way, or Sutton turned the wrong way. Anyway, they were opposite of what they thought.
And they kind of played just a handoff game, and then maybe finally gave it to Collins and kind of pushed him into the end zone. And St. Pat's makes it 29-0 on Collins' second touchdown run of the ball game. Snap down by Braithwaite. The kick is up by Sutton Tickle and through. 30-0. St. Pat's with the lead as they put together a 6-play drive that ends in 7. Timeout. 9:06 to go in the second on Husker Radio.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Have you heard the news? Enrollment is up at North Platte Catholic Schools, and we're excited to keep growing. I'm Enrollment Director Gwen Covey, inviting you to see what the buzz is all about. Join us and experience the difference a faith-filled education can make for your child. We're proud of our caring teachers, challenging curriculum, commitment to service, and daily focus on faith. An education at NPCS is an investment you won't regret. Call today to schedule a tour, 532-1874.
Our scoreboard today brought to you by Justin Thompson Agency. For all your insurance needs, call Justin at 534-2400. Visit him online, jthompsoninsurance.com, or stop by his office, 501 South Dewey Street in North Platte. As the Irish get a touchdown, and that kickoff going to bounce off the returner. He'll pick it up at the 1-yard line, out to the 10, to the 15, and won't get to the 15. Return there by number 15 for the Kimball Longhorns, Mason Brown, the freshman. And actually only got out to the 13, so I know it's Sutton Tickle's first non-touchback of the year, but it actually worked out better as Kimball takes over with worse field position.
Right, really good coverage there by the Irish guys,
who don't get to do it very often. So you're probably conditioned as a kickoff coverage guy to say, it's going in the end zone.
Yeah, I do think that, and that's really kind of gotten to be true at a lot of levels of football. The kick return game is almost nil.
So now, Kimball working right to left, under 9 to go in the opening half. Back to throw, step pass for Foose at his feet, incomplete. Him and Barron and Foose have not been on the same page yet. That's been his main target this year. No completions today to Foose. Barron 5 of 9 for 46 yards. That one well low, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, inside release there by Foose, and there was a line for Barron to get him the ball, just wasn't able to do it.
So now 2nd down and 10 for the Horns on the right hash. In the white uniforms, down 30-0. 8:57 to go in our second quarter. Horns in the gun here with a back on each side of the senior quarterback, Riker Barrett. He'll fake it, pitch it out to the flat. It's Berger, cuts back inside. Berger able to get 1-2 yards before he's brought down coverage. Hudson Deeds able to bring him down, 3rd down and 8 after the gain of 2.
Yeah, good job by Hudson and Ben Hyrings out there.
A lot going on that play, almost like a triple option. Faked the handoff, then he ran the option out, pitched it pretty quick to Berger, who has 3 carries for 11 yards. Kimball still in the negative. They had 2 really big losses in this game of 18 and 16, and that's kept him in the negative on the ground game. Here's 3rd down and 7 from their own 15-yard line. 8:20 to go in the second quarter. An I formation for Barron. That's Riker. He's waiting to milk a little bit of clock here in this one. 3rd down and 7, receives it. He'll give it right side Berger, nothing. Hudson Deeds right there to get the ankles and wait for teammates. It'll bring up 4th down and 7.
Hudson's really had a nice first half here. He's made a number of kind of eye-catching plays where he's just really aggressively attacked the ball carrier and gotten on the other side of the line of scrimmage and all those things you want to see out of an aggressive linebacker.
5'9", 150-pound senior getting the start today in place of Xavier Pieper. And Kimball looks like they'll punt. Irish sending Giebler and Collins back at their own 33 or so. Bingham this time. Another good one. Spiraling kick. Back is Collins. It'll bounce. They will pick it up on the bounce at the 13-yard line. Running far side to the 20, to the 25, down the side on 30, 35, spinning up, and Bingham makes a stop at the 38-yard line. Good return of about 25 yards by Brecken Collins. A punt like that, when you don't catch it cleanly, kind of blows up the fake and the wall and everything, but he still got a good return.
He did, and I always enjoy watching him return it because he's so aggressive. I mean, he didn't think twice about going back there and fielding that thing on the bounce, and then just got his shoulder pads turned upfield and made a really nice return out of it.
Irish 7:19 to go in the second quarter, leading 30-0 here at home. They try to get to 2-1 on the year, and they'll go on the road the next 2 weeks. Kimball coming in 2-0. Under center, pro set behind Tickle. Sutton this time will give it to Giebler up the middle, slips 1 to the 40. He'll fall forward to the 35-yard line. Berger and Bingham on the stop, but it's a good gain of 7. And Mason Giebler having a good day. He's up to 71 yards on 11 carries.
Yeah, nice play there on the counter. I think there was a Kimball defender there that I think could have made the play, but I think got distracted by the misdirection and didn't realize that Mason had the ball there.
So 2nd down and 3, right at the Kimball 35-yard line. Same formation again. This time, they'll run it. Same thing. It's a full carry up the middle. This time it's Ben Hyrig's getting 4 yards and a first down.
Hyrig's with a carry up to
right
the
back,
31
counter
yard
one
line.
way,
Bingham
counter
makes
back the other way.
tackle.
Hyrig's
For
3
Kimble,
carries,
but not
46
before
yards. He
first
had a
down.
heck of a game,
St.
101
Pat's
yards,
football.
2
First and
touchdowns
10
last year against
from the
Kimball,
Kimble
along with a
31
defensive
yard line.
INT. He had 2 touchdowns as a freshman against Kimball. But again, I will say, Kimball made the Irish work. 6-play drive, a 1-play drive, but that started at the 3. We're going to have an officials timeout here. I think Peyton Kramer, we got headlights in the end zone.
Maybe.
Yeah, we do.
We have some lights on in
We
the
do.
end zone.
But a 6-play, 1-play, 4-play, turnover on downs, 5-play, 6 plays. It's not been 1 play and go. They're trying to turn the lights off in the SUV in the end zone on the east side. They're just going to do what I would do, just leave at that point. I don't know how to turn them off. I'm just going to leave.
Well, I don't know how that works. Some of those that have those running lamps, I don't know if you can turn them off.
At the 31, Kimball. Pro set again. This is counter. Left side, Mason Giebler to the 30, 25, to the outside, 20. There he goes. To the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Irish. And Mason Giebler gets his first 100-yard game of the season on a 31-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and really well set up there by Mason. I mean, it was well blocked, but it wasn't going to go the distance unless Mason did what he did, which was really show hard inside and then knew he had a lot of room outside the hash there and popped it out and outran him to the end zone.
Second touchdown run, and for Giebler, he now has a 100-yard game as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. 3 of those against Kimball. And it makes it 36-0 with 6:11 to go in the second quarter. The extra point adds 1 more. St. Pat's 37, Kimball 0. Second quarter action from Knights of Columbus Field. Back after this.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindemeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindemeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindemeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Just like the athletes on the field, quarter track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed when the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down. Call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte, 534-5848. Sutton Tiggle's last kickoff, first time he didn't get a touchback, and I thought, I bet this one goes through the end zone, and it does, even though the last one started at the 13. This one will start at the 15 on the touchback. Kimball coming back out. 6:11 to go here in our second quarter.
Yeah, he might have been a little extra motivated there. I didn't see, actually, the previous one. I know it came up short, but I don't know if he just mishit it or what.
Yeah, I think he did. It was a low drive, not line drive kick, and just was able to be scooped up. This one well in the air. First and 10, Kimball offense from their own 15-yard line here. A little confusion as they all look over to the sideline. They'll bring Foose from the left to the right now. He's going to be split out far right, and Kimball's going to have to take their third and final timeout, I believe. Or do we have an officials timeout here? What do we have? Well, Foose is going to have to come out of the game, whatever it is. And they'll run on Danny Cajero, the sophomore.
I'm not for sure what we had there.
It's a good question. First and 10, because he's not getting looked at and not fixing anything.
No equipment thing. I thought maybe something, I don't know.
First and 10 at the 15, and back goes in motion, and that can't happen. Not like that, at least. And that'll be 5 yards. Kimball's hurting himself. 6 penalties, 38 yards today. It'll be first and 15.
Yeah, those kinds of things, when you're struggling a little bit to find some rhythm, those things certainly kill anything you might start to get going.
Backs up the Longhorns to their own 10-yard line here. Punt, safety, punt, turnover on downs, and a punt so far for the Longhorn offense. More effective through the air, 46 passing yards. This time they'll try that again. Barron back to throw it in end zone. He'll air it up. He's got wide open Luke Berger. Berger almost one hands that. He was left alone. got hit as he went out of bounds, falls incomplete. That one just airmailed that one too far to the sideline, falls incomplete, 2nd and 15.
That's a peculiar setup because that looked like a screen. I mean, it felt like they were really letting the Irish rush come, but there was nobody out in front of him. I mean, and obviously it was downfield, so you couldn't have blockers down there, but really an unusual setup there.
So 2nd and 15 from the 10-yard line. Barron this time in the gun with a back on each side of him. And they'll direct snap it. It's a Bingham, carry off the left side, falls down as he tries to cut back to the right. He'll pick up 2. That'll be 3rd down and 13. They've gobbled him up. 5 carries, 9 yards so far for the junior.
And that's mostly, I think, what they've done out of that kind of a T formation, isn't it? Yeah, they've shifted and snapped it to the last guy with two blockers in front.
And a big throw over the middle, incomplete. Well, that play quick. I was looking down for scores. And incomplete there for Kimball. My apologies. Didn't get you the play-by-play of that one because I was looking down. Kimball's gone quick. That was Lincoln Barron who threw that one. It falls incomplete, 4th down and 13.
And I think the receiver just couldn't get out cleanly. He kind of tried to time it to the middle, and there wasn't a receiver anywhere near there.
So now Kimball will bring Bingham back to punt. Irish sending back Giebler and Collins inside their own 30. They've seen a couple go over their head. This one, another booming kick. And Giebler racing back. It's Collins. Doesn't catch it cleanly. Giebler picks it up at his own 14. Runs to the near side. Gets a block at the 25. Down the sideline, 30, 35 to the 40. Cuts back inside. Spins a 10 to a tackler. Spins off of him, though. Takes it down to the 34-yard line of Kimball. Not pretty, but it ends up being about a 29-yard return for the Irish punt return team with 5:18 to go in the second quarter.
I'm gonna take a wild guess to say at halftime, Coach Braithwaite says, guys, I think back up about 10 yards.
Yeah, run up on the ball instead of backwards. That's a tough catch and kind of split both of them. Bingham, his first 2 weren't real good, but boy, his last 3 have been booming kicks.
Beauties. I mean, real big-time looking punts.
So the Irish take over at the Kimble 36-yard line. 3rd play in Kimble, starting in Kimble territory. Ben Heirig's the lone back. They'll sweep it left side. Now Tickle throws a block for him. Cuts inside to the 30. Back to the near side. 30, 25 to the 20. Heirig's down the sideline. Runs over the defender. Down to the 10-yard line. Ben Heirig's takes it all the way from the 36 to the 11, 25 yards and a first down.
Really good patience and good late blocking. That's one of those things where offensively you try to preach that, particularly to young kids. Just keep working and keep blocking. You don't know exactly what's going to happen. Kimball's pursuit was great on the toss sweep side, and he started to cut back, got a great block from Sutton Tickle, came back to the other side, got another couple good blocks, and made a big run out of it.
4 carries, 71 yards for Heirigs. Dots the eye. He'll get another tote right side to the 10, churning the legs to the 9-yard line. Good tackle from behind, though. Short carry, tackle on the play by number 77. That's Hatcher Baxendale, the 6'1", 230-pound junior. Just a gain of 2.
Appears like maybe they'd be a little susceptible here to another boot there by Sutton. There was a lot of room there after he gave the ball off.
7:59 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. It is 2nd down and 8 at the 9-yard line in Kimble territory here for Tickle. Single back is Heirigs. He'll turn, sweep left side, same play. Cuts inside to the 10, back near side to the 5-yard line, same exact play, different result. This one ends up in a touchdown run for Ben Heirigs, his first of the day.
Ben really did a good job on both those runs of taking advantage of the kind of the over pursuit on the part of the Longhorn defense.
I should say his second of the day as he scores for the Irish, and St. Pat's makes it 43-0 with 4:07 to go here in our second quarter, with the extra point pending on a Ben Heirigs run. Tickle adds the PAT through, up and in. 44-0. North Platte St. Pat's with the lead with 4:07 to go in our second quarter. Another break. Back to after this on Husker Radio.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank, bank on us.
St. Pat's with a 44-0 lead here with 4:07 to go in the second quarter. Ben Hankla driving kick's going to go through the end zone here. Another touchback for him. That's his 6th of the year already. He's off to a great start on kickoff duties in relief of Sutton Tickle. And St. Pat's going to bring out some second-teamers out on this defensive series, it appears. Out there, Levi Charter, one of the defensive ends, it looks like, for St. Pat's. Ben Hank was coming back out. Jackson Braithwaite in that secondary. Hudson Deed, Spencer Mostek in the linebacking core. Demas, Swanson, and Tickles. Kind of a mix there between the 1s and 2s.
Yeah, yep, it is.
44-0 Kimball offense goes to work at their own 15 with 4:07 to go. Here in the opening quarter, they'll put 2 to the far side for the first time here today. Hankla and Tickle out there guarding. And the snap back, it's off the near side. Lincoln Barron, I believe, on the carry, and absolutely nowhere to go. He's going to lose 2 or 3 yards. Great pursuit by Mostek, Deeds, Braithwaite, Demas, and even Cooper Swanson was out there. It was a host tackling down for a loss of 2.
Tanner, I really felt like Cooper Swanson was a key in making that play. A guy kind of had him, but he continued to run laterally and hold the line of scrimmage and just didn't give the runner anywhere to go.
It's a loss of 2 for Lincoln Barron. He's the sophomore who started last week. He was 8 of 10 for 147 yards and 3 touchdowns and ran for 2. But has had absolutely nowhere to go against this Irish defense. 2nd and 12, 3:24 to go in our second quarter. 3 backs back there. It's Riker Barron with it. Riker going to air it up. Jump ball, double coverage. Tickle comes up with the INT at midfield. Tickle to the 35, to the 30. Tickle with the 25, down the sideline, 20, 15, to the 10. Tickle ushered out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal. First turnover of the ball game. Sutton Tickle comes up with his 11th career turnover on defense. His 7th career INT.
And got some really good blocks after the change of possession. Guys turned and really found somebody and helped him get up the sideline.
And that was just a jump ball, and Riker Barron's taken a couple shots like that have been a little bit dangerous, but the Irish defenders most of the time hadn't gotten turned around. This time they had plenty of time to turn around, and pretty easy catch for Tickle, who gets his first INT this year, and he just about got his 3rd career defensive touchdown as he took it all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal, St. Pat's. And that second group out there operating an offense. Jackson Braithwaite, sophomore quarterback, gives it to junior quarterback, gives it to Hankla, who gets his first carry of the game, gets 2 yards. That's been his 3rd carry of the ball season. And sets up 2nd goal at the 5.
Yeah, Hankla getting a little work at I-back. He's plays some quarterback, but he's got the good speed, and for not being real heavy, he's pretty physical.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line, 2:40 to go here in the second quarter. St. Pat's up 44-0. New center, too. Catch that in a moment. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Braithwaite turns, gives it. Hankla left side, going to get to the 5 to the 4, maybe fall forward to the 3, gain up 2 more. 3rd down and goal at the 3.
That's Justin Davies snapping the ball there, Tanner.
Hankla 2 carries, 4 yards. Ben had a good game against, he had a defensive INT out in Kimble last year. The series that St. Pat's, they won 68-14 last year. They rebooted this series 3 years ago after taking 5 years off. Irish are 9-0 all time against Kimball. And they got 3rd and goal at the 3 here with under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Braithwaite directing McNew to the right wing this time. Single back is Hankla. They'll sweep it his way. He'll fumble the ball. It's scooped up by Kimball at the 5-yard line. Never got caught into Hankla's hands. And Irish are going to give it back on a fumble lost.
Just Jackson didn't handle the snap, I don't think, really cleanly, and then he got turned and still put a pretty good pitch out there, but it just kind of screwed up the timing, and Ben wasn't able to corral the pitch.
First turnover of the game for St. Pat's. Kimball takes over at their own 5-yard line, so the INT doesn't hurt him. Just backs them up 10 yards. Into the minute 43 to go, they operate at their own 5-yard line. Now back on offense. Riker Barron, the senior quarterback. He'll put Foose out to the near side, one-on-one against Jackson Braithwaite. He's been the deep ball guy this year for them. They'll sweep it right side instead for Bingham. Bingham getting out of the backfield. Now he gets it forward, puts his head down, and takes it to the 10. Boy, for a moment, I thought safety. Then I thought maybe touchdown. Got 5.
Yeah, the Irish had good pursuit in the backfield there, right? Clear back into the end zone and just weren't able to keep hold of him.
That was a classic case of overreacting on my part, both ways, because it ended up being a 6-yard run, but it looked like good and bad, really, really good and really, really bad for both teams at one point.
That's exactly right.
Minute 12 to go in the second quarter.
If you've watched much football, you've seen those kind of plays turn like that.
2nd and 4. Barron back under center with Bingham as deep back. Foose split out to the far side this time from his own 11. He'll sweep it near way. It's Bingham trying to cut back again to the middle like he did. This time doesn't work. He will lose a yard at the 10. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 yards. That was the same idea to the near side, and he was trying to just cut back right up the middle like he did on the previous play. This time didn't work.
Spencer Mostek came up, made a nice play there.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have a halftime interview with the St. Pat's Block Party, which is coming up tomorrow at St. Pat's Catholic Church, and Sunday, Maddie Krebs will join us, and Father Sorensen will join us. We'll talk about that event coming up this weekend. 28 seconds to go here in the first half. 3rd down and 5 from the 10. Direct snap to Berger to the outside. Giving chase is Demas. Ben Hankla with a great play. He's going to knock him down for a loss of 6. Back at the 4-yard line, and a tremendous tackle for loss by Hankla.
Really a good, sure tackle there. That's a big guy to tackle, and Ben just went right at him and got into his legs and made a nice play.
First tackle for loss for the sophomore, and that is going to end our first half with a bang. Great job by number 4, and it is halftime here at Knights of Columbus Field. St. Pat's 44, Kimball 0 at the break. Again, when we return, a halftime interview with the St. Pat's Block Party Committee, which event coming up this weekend. Again, your score 44-0. St. Pat's with the lead over the Kimball Longhorns on Husker Radio.
The 2025 St. Patrick's Catholic Church Block Party is back September 13th and 14th in North Platte. Join the parish Saturday night after the 5:30 Mass with a nacho bar, beer garden, and live music from Kim Baxter. Then Sunday from 12 to 3, join us for kids' games, raffles, fun jumps, a bake sale, and lunch. Fellowship, food, and fun, all at the St. Patrick's Catholic Church Block Party in North Platte, September 13th and 14th. Come join in on the fun.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay is saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
Hold on there, race car. You're not quite ready to get in the game, but Dave's Place is. Our new location is in mid-season form, ready for your next game day watch party.
Pizza made from fresh dough and wings. Boy, do we have wings.
Pre-gaming for that big matchup, maybe celebrating the big win after, or even trying to forget that ugly loss.
Lose? You can't lose at Dave's Place. You're always winning at Dave's Place. Family atmosphere inside and carry out and DoorDash too.
502 East Francis Street in North Platte.
Whoop, whoop.
Welcome back on Irish Intermission here at halftime. We are pleased to have Maddie Krebs in with us and Father Sorensen with us from St. Patrick's Catholic Church and the Church Block Party Committee. Good morning. How are you guys today?
Good morning. Super blessed. Thanks.
It is great to have you both in because Block Party time is back this weekend. In fact, it's tomorrow and Sunday at North Platte St. Patrick's Church. This is this kind of stems from the...
We've been having a parish barbecue for a lot of years, and they just kind of renamed it Block Party because it's now a 2-day event starting Saturday night and also the family events on Sunday morning.
Yeah, and I think we're on year 3. Is that right?
Year 3 of the Block Party.
Yeah, Block Party. Yep.
Fantastic. Let's start with Friday night then. Saturday night, excuse me. It is Friday. I'm ready. I'm clear-minded and ready for this weekend. Saturday is kind of the adult day, and then Sunday's kind of the kids' family day. So we start with some live music and a whole lot of events Saturday there north of the church.
Yeah, so Saturday is a fun night for adults. We have an area blocked off on 5th and Walnut in our parking lot behind the church.
Okay.
It's a free will donation for a nacho bar. So we've got taco meat and all the toppings that you could want. We do have a beer garden back there. And so
including local beer from
including
the local
local
brewery.
beer you can get from Ape Ship, and some beer from Coors Distributing as well. So you can come grab a meal for your free will donation, beer for a couple bucks a beer, and then we also will have a 50-50 raffle going on, so you can win if you buy some tickets that night, win half your money back. So just a night out for us parents and the community to get together in a different way than just church barbecue.
Right, and live music.
Yeah,
Free
so
live music.
Very exciting live music. Kim Baxter is there, and he will be playing towards the end of the night. He does a great job. He is doing it for free, and that part is you can come in even if you don't want to eat or you don't want to grab a drink. Just come in, listen to Kim, dance a little bit, and have some fun with your friends.
He's a family favorite. He's a fan favorite. He's a North Platte favorite, a church favorite. So
everybody loves Kim.
He puts on a great show. He's an entertaining one. So that's Saturday night in the church parking lot right north of the 5th and Walnut, right?
5th and Walnut.
Okay. And then Sunday, we transition to kind of a family kids day.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sunday is going to be from noon to 3, so you can still hit up your Mass time. Go to Mass with your family, bring your kids out, and we'll have pickleball and cornhole, chalk, bubbles for the littles. The St. Pat's Strutters and cheer and volleyball team is all there. I'm doing face paint and tattoos and manning the games, so your kids can come. The entire street will be blocked off, so it's a nice blocked off area that's safe for your kiddos and for you to just kind of hang back and watch them or get involved with them too. There will be 2 bounce houses. Those are always a fan favorite for the kids and sometimes the adults too, but lots of different activities going on the street that day.
And a meal too.
A meal too, so you can head on in right after Mass, or you can go out to the street and do some of the activities and then come in for the meal if you want. We've got a meal of shredded beef with some green beans, scalloped potatoes. You can grab a pie, a piece of pie, and we'll have the Boy Scouts serving drinks for us. So lots to do that day.
This is all Sunday, and the meal starts at?
Meal starts at noon, and the entire thing goes from noon to 3.
Okay, and on Saturday it begins at?
Saturday, also right after Mass, 6:30 to 11. So you can hit up if you go to Mass at 5:30. You can come right out after that.
Let's talk about some giveaways too, because I know we've got raffle tickets that are out and about. You could still pick up some of those at the church. Big prizes on there.
There are some really big prizes. So we have 2 different raffles going this year. One is our normal raffle booklet that you can buy for $2 a ticket or $20 for the booklet. And off that one, it will just go, your tickets will go into a bucket, and we'll draw for 2 $500 cash prizes. You can also win a reserved pew for Christmas. And then the last ones will be donations of gift cards from businesses around town that have been so gracious to sponsor us. And they're anywhere from $25 to $50 gift cards that people have donated. And so you have a chance to win lots of different things.
And there's another raffle that's going to have free tuition.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
This is a new one for us this year. It was in a little bit last year with our donation, but this year the endowment from North Platte Catholic Schools has donated the entire amount of tuition for one student. So it's over a $5,000 value. Those are a completely separate raffle. Those are $50 a ticket. There's only 200 available, and I know that we've been selling them a lot, so you need to get on and get those. And that QR code is on our Facebook page for St. Pat's Catholic Church, and you can also find it in the bulletin this weekend.
It's also on the raffle ticket if you get one of those. So those probably will sell out. We'll draw those at the end of the block party, announce the winners there. We do this to support the church and some of the efforts of the church, don't we, Father?
You know, something we forget about is one of the miracles that Jesus no one ever talks about is he was a guy in his mid-30s with 12 close friends. You know, who has 12 close friends, you know, with whom we share everything.
Yeah.
Jesus did all of his work in community. He called people to himself, and he was friends with people. And that's why these kind of events are really important, that we come together. We come together as community, and it's not directly like it's not a gigantic Bible study. I mean, those are important, clearly, obviously, as well. But we just need time to be family together, and this is that time. The whole community is invited. Everyone in the neighborhood or the city is welcome to come. Funds go to support our evangelization efforts, etc. But just a good time to be together as the Lord calls us to be members of his family and his friends.
Fantastic. Well put. Saturday night, adult night with the Nacho Bar, live music in the parking lot. Sunday, right there on East 5th Street, Kids Day with all the games and, of course, a meal inside the church. Anything else we need to mention?
Oh, I just want to bounce off of what Father said. Like, you don't have to be a member of St. Pat's Church to come to this event. This is a community event, and sure, while we would like you at Mass and hopefully being around us will get you to get there too, but this is such a community event. So anyone from our school, anyone from the community, you're invited. Please come share in this community time with us and enjoy some food and just some good friends around you.
Thank you guys for coming in and appreciate your time, and enjoy the block party weekend.
God bless, Tanner.
Putting your family first.
Are you looking for the right dentist for you and your family? Phelps Family Dentistry has you covered. Dr. Lene Phelps and Dr. Kelly Hansen will make sure your family has the healthiest smile. Whether it's dental cleanings, fillings, same-day crowns, or total smile makeovers. Call our office at 534-4040 or visit us at phelpsdds.com to schedule your family's next dental appointment. And go Irish!
Putting your family first.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs, call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
Like our St. Pat's Irish sports teams, life can come at you hard and fast. When it does, and you need a lawyer, give me, Marty Trzynski, a call. I'm happy to have an initial visit with you at no charge. I've been handling criminal cases, civil disputes, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Let's work together to find a common-sense solution to your legal matter. Visit my website at troshlaw.com or give me a call at 534-4837. And go Irish!
Welcome back to Knights of Columbus Field here on the campus of North Platte St. Patrick's High School. Here it's St. Pat's with a 44-0 lead at the halftime break here from, well, darkened. Lights are on Knights of Columbus Field here on a football Friday night. Irish in control of this one at the break by a score again of 44-0. It started out with a 6-play touchdown drive. Mason Giebler scored, forced a 3 and out. Had a long Brecken Collins punt return. He cashed it in 4 yards away. Later, made it 14-0. Irish got a safety. Then had a turnover on downs on offense, forced another punt. Ben Heinrich gets his first of 2 first-half touchdowns, a 4-yard run to make it 23-0. Later, early in second quarter, Brecken Collins punches it in from 2 yards out, make it 30-0. Irish force another 3 and out. Get a 31-yard run from Mason Giebler. That is the longest play for the Irish in this game. And then would add another one with a touchdown run from Ben Heinrichs to make it 44-0 at the break. Your halftime numbers here brought to you by Condon Signs, North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company. Condon Signs, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign. Quality and knowledge since 1991. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Vine or at condonsigns.com. Another very effective first half for St. Pat's on the ground. 230 rush yards on 27 carries, 17 passing yards for a total of 247 first-half yards. Mason Giebler did get a 100-yard game, 12 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Sutton Tickle, 2 carries, 22 yards. Brecken Collins, 4 carries, 22 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Ben Heinrich, 6 carries, 82 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Ben Hankla, 3 carries for 2 yards. Tickle 1 for 3 through the air, 17-yard completion to Giebler. 1 turnover, 13 first downs for the Irish, 2 penalties for 10 yards. Meanwhile, for Kimble, 31 total yards. They're in the negative on the rushing side, primarily because they had 2 long plays that went negative. They had a bad snap that went about 18 yards back and then another sack that was a big one. So that's really killed them. Outside of that, it's been not overly effective, but still. So they're negative 15 rushing, 46 through the air for 31 total first half yards. Greg Bingham, 7 carries, 14 yards. Luke Berger, 5 carries for 5 yards. Barron through the air, 5 of 11. I should say Riker, 46 yards in this game. And Lincoln Barron 0 for 1. 3 completions to Berger for 10 yards, 1 to Bingham, and 1 to Lincoln Hotel for 32 yards. That was the longest play for Kimball in the game. 1 turnover, 2 first downs, 6 penalties for 30 yards. Those again your halftime numbers brought to you by Condon Signs of North Platte. We're at the halftime break here from Knights of Columbus Field. St. Pat's leading Kimball 44-0. Second half when we return on Husker Radio.
Looking for a real sports bar, not a restaurant with a TV in the corner? That's what you'll find at McCabe's. With 14 beers on tap, a full liquor selection, keno, and plenty of room to play, this isn't where you sit quietly and sip. This is where the game's always on, the pool tables are open, and the energy's just right. Grab something off the menu, pour a drink, and kick back in your new favorite corner of downtown. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, corner of 4th and Dewey, downtown North Platte.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Second half upcoming here from Knights of Columbus Field, 44-0. St. Pat's with the lead at the halftime break. Our second half in just a few minutes. You're taking a quick check into the area scores from McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk. McCabe's, your local spot to catch every play and cheer on your favorite teams downtown North Platte. Huskers, by the way, dropped the first set against Utah. It was a top 25 team, 25-21. They won the next three, 25-8, 18-13. So just utterly dominated the rest of those three sets en route to the win. They remain undefeated at 7-0. They'll play again tomorrow against Grand Canyon tomorrow night. As for high school football action, Bulldogs across town on homecoming night, taking on Norfolk tonight, 41-13 late in that one. Norfolk with the lead there. In Class D1, we'll mention Perkins County wins a close one against South Loop this afternoon, 26-22. Their team, I think, is getting better and better so far this year. Bridgeport at half led Samuels Valley 33-6. Alma, next week's opponent, on the road, 46-14 at the half to Sandy Creek. That game really ballooned up at the end of that second quarter. And so Alma will be, I believe, 1-2 going into that game next week. When the Irish travel to Alma, we'll have it for you. In a couple weeks, St. Pat's will travel to Southern Valley. They trail Sutton 56-8 at the halftime break as well. Dunn County Stratton played last night. They won over Sutherland pretty easily, 48-0. And the only other opponent that St. Pat's has left on the schedule, you've got Highline, and Highline's trailing Ravenna 32-14 at half, and Arapahoe. And Arapahoe trailing Arcadia Loop City 34-6 at the halftime break. Here again, St. Pat's leading 44-0. We'll get the second half when we return on Husker Radio.
Why take the elevator up to higher lab prices? Patients who see Great Plains healthcare providers, whose offices are in the North Platte Health Pavilion, have federally guaranteed right to choose which lab performs their blood draws and lab tests. Simply tell your Great Plains health provider you want the lab test performed on the first floor of pathology services, rather than going up for higher lab prices.
Pathology Services of North Platte. Learn more at pathologyservices.com.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday to Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing of all sizes including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday to Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop the Bargain Bin today.
Our game coverage brought to you by CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow, offering Tune-Up Tuesdays where all in-shop services are at price at CT Computer Services. Technology solved. We're at the halftime break, 44-0. St. Pat's will be kicking off left to right on your radio dial to the Kimball Longhorns to start up this second half. Next week, St. Pat's goes to Alma. Then it's a road trip to Highline. Home games against Dundee County, Stratton, and Southern Valley, and then on the road to Arapahoe to wrap it up in the regular season. Kimble, meanwhile, they get a home game against Hemingford. They go to Bridgeport, home games against Perkins County and Sutherland, and then at Morrill. So I think there's a path for 4 wins for Kimball down the road. You got Hemingford, who's a team that struggled quite a bit so far this year, as has Morrill. I think Sutherland's a pretty good game in one of the final games of the year, and you already got 2, so if you're Kimball, that's what you're kind of pushing for from here on out.
Kick the ball off for the Irish. Berger and Cajero.
It'll be Ben Hankla to kick it off for North Platte St. Pat's, left to right on your radio dial. It's been all touchbacks outside of just 1 so far today. They've been extremely effective on kickoffs, Hankla included in this. This is a shorter kick. This will be returnable. It's caught at the near side at the 7-yard line. Across the 15 to the 20-yard line. And stiff arming a would-be tackler before Mason Giebler able to corral Mason Brown. They'll bring him down at the 22-yard line, though, and Kimball will start. We have a running clock here to start up the second half at 44-0.
Yeah, and so the coverage team gets a little more work there. I'm sure they kind of enjoy that, although as big of an advantage as touchbacks are, it's fun for those guys getting down to cover.
Mostly starting group. Lane Sitta and Hans Kane on the D tackles. Peyton Kramer and Tucker Kemp on the D ends. Mostek and Collins and Hankla and Braithwaite out there in the secondary. Kimball working for their own 22. Step pass, far side for Brandon Foose. Knocked away, incomplete. Great coverage, Ben Hankla.
That Ben made a really good break on the ball, and just kind of a even chance between the two of them, and they kind of knocked it away from one another.
And that's, something as a young DB came up hard on that, and I'm sure Kimball thinking the way he came up hard, they might try to take a shot at some point, but good coverage by Hankla. Second down and 10 from their own 22. 10:44 to go in the third quarter. Kimball on offense, working right to left. Snap back. They will give it. Bingham right side. Has a hole. Across the 25 to the 26, 27-yard line. That's where Brecken Collins brings him down. On the 5-yard carry, third down and 5.
Good play there by Brecken, but a good hole there made by the Longhorn front.
5 yards.
And third down and 5 upcoming for Kimball. 2 first downs in the first half. Their rushing attack is getting closer to being 0. They had a couple huge negative plays. And they're still in the negative with that. Third down and 5 from their own 27-yard line. And Riker Barron, the senior quarterback, receives it. He'll step pass out far side, caught by Berger, and Berger will go down after a gain of 2. Stopped by Collins. Good help defense over there as Hankla was on coverage. It'll bring up fourth down and 3 after the gain of 2.
Really good pursuit there by both Hankla and Collins, and a good sure tackle by Brecken.
Berger, 4 catches, 12 yards in the game. They've been able to gobble him up right away. He came in with 3 all year, and Kimball with 4th and 3 will indicate that they're going to punt, although they put 3 right by the ball, and they split 5 out to the near side. So Coach Braithwaite, I'm sure, is going, hey, guys, there's 5 guys over here. Berger is lined up like he's just straight away to his teammates on the far side. And Coach Braithwaite going to take a timeout because this wasn't going to go well, as he had some young guys out there, so they'll take their first time out. With 9:26 to go in our third quarter, we'll take a quick 30 back after this.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams & Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Aviator Wireless in North Platte is your home for cell phone and internet needs, providing consistent, clear connections across Nebraska, including in rural areas. They're also the provider for connections today. Check them out, 1302 South Chestnut Street, North Platte. Different formation here. Kimball comes out with it again. They run a man in motion in Bingham. Snap back to Barron. They'll pitch it out to Bingham. Bingham now going to punt on the near side, and he'll get a backwards end-over-end kick that's going to take a short bounce inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Irish nearly touched it. Oh, gosh.
I'm not
Did he
sure.
touch it?
I don't think
okay.
25-yard line. That's where
not for sure what he was doing there. He's going to get a little bit of a lesson here on the sideline.
Yeah, our guy, Elijah Hyman, not that I want to call out him because he's in our – he just got a little close to the ball there. I'm sure he's getting told don't get too close. That was an interesting formation for a whole lot of about a 25-yard punt.
Yeah, particularly when you got a guy that can bang a 60-yard punt. He didn't have any trouble punting the ball.
Yeah, that one didn't have his best, and St. Pat's will take over their own 25-yard line. Running clock, 8:40 to go in our third quarter. And Jackson Braithwaite back under center here. We'll get the backs here in a moment. It's a different group out there for this green and gold from their own 25. Turns, gives it deep back near side, trying to get the edge, and won't. Good pursuit on, that's Riker Atkins. Freshman gets his first carry of the game. Riker had a real good game last week. And at the end of that one against Sutherland, lost 3, though, on that carry.
Yeah, Riker did have a good game. He really showed up well. Aggressive, physical.
That time lost 3, though. Second down and 13 here from the 22-yard line. 8 minutes to go. Third quarter. St. Pat's again up 44-0 here over the Kimball Longhorns. As Braithwaite operates from his own 23-yard line. Working left to right on your radio dial here. He'll pitch it left side for Atkins. Atkins cuts back inside, gets through 1, gets through 2. Bingham able to bring him down, but he'll get back 1 or 2 that he had just lost. That was a good run by Atkins to get a couple.
That was a very, very difficult 2 yards. That's for sure.
And it'll bring up third down and 11. The freshman able to pick up 2 of the 3 had lost third down 11. Atkins listed as a 5'9", 140-pound freshman. There were some highlights from that freshman group. I know you had Blake Folkert with a nice play. We mentioned Sam Sitta at one point. Braylon Braithwaite was quarterbacking by the end of that game. Giebler had a touchdown. Atkins, we mentioned him a bunch. Third down 11 here. It's Braithwaite. Play action pass, rolling right with some time. He'll throw and caught! Able to complete it to Brecken Collins at the 34-yard line. Braithwaite moves the chains.
Put that thing right on the money. There wasn't a very big window to throw that into, and Jackson put it right on it. Really good concentration on this end by Brecken Collins because there was a defender that ran in front of him, kind of his hands up. That's a difficult play for a receiver. 22-yard reception by Brecken Collins, his first of the year. And for Braithwaite, now 2 for 2 through the air. Moves the chains down to the Kimball 34-yard line on the completion of 22 yards. First and 10. This time, fullback gets it. That's Atkins again. He'll take it to the 31 before he stood up there again at 2.
Atkins fights his way to
good physical run again by Riker.
3 yards on the play.
The line up front, it looks like they're Lane Sitt is in there on offense. He didn't play a lot of offense. Hans Kane's in there, the freshman. They still have Spencer Mostek out there snapping the ball.
Gain of 2, second down and 8 at the Kimball 31-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go, third quarter here from Knights of Columbus Field. St. Pat's in control of this one, 44-0. And this second group operating for really the first long drive of the ball game for them. From the Kimball 31, this time for your left, dive back gets it. Jace Roberts gets met, but he's able to get forward progress. He'll pick up 2 or 3 before he's thrown back. Greg Bingham just teed him up, but Jace, to his credit, picked up 2 or 3.
He hit the hole hard. Good for Jace. He really had his shoulders forward and gave it all he had there and got the hole in a hurry.
Then I'm a third down and 4 here for this group as the Irish try to extend this drive. 6 play coming up here from the Kimball 28-yard line. 5:13 third quarter. Jackson Braithwaite, the 5'9", 160-pound junior quarterback, will run veer left. Dive back gets it. That's McNew. McNew thrown down at the 25. That's a yard shy of the first down. He picked up 3. First carry for McNew of the game.
Yeah, good job there by Hunter, and good physical run. And a little bit of a push up front there by this group of linemen. And set you up with certainly an attainable 4th down here.
Hunter's first carry of the season. That's up 4th down and 1. Irish 2 for 3 on 4th downs this year. They'll go from the 25-yard line of Kimball. 4:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Braithwaite has him set. Braithwaite runs veer left, and the back pushes the pile forward. Should have it. Got a solid 1 and needed 1. And Roberts picks up, I believe, the 1st down. They're right there.
Around the 24-yard line.
And they're going to single 1st down.
I thought they looked like they were going to give it to him.
Good enough for 1st down.
It's interesting to me, Tanner, at all levels of football, the measurement has become very, very rare.
Right. Chain gang doesn't have to do any work.
In higher levels, that official just run in there. Sometimes it doesn't even look close, and they just throw their hand ahead and give them the 1st down.
Down to the 24-yard line this time. Braithwaite keeper on the veer, and that didn't go well. Brandon Foose knocks him down for a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Longhorns really had all 3 phases of the option or the veer there taken care of. There wasn't anything on the dive. Jackson pulled it. Couldn't get it out to his pitch back. Really well played there by Kimball.
So a loss of 2 back to the 26-yard line. 3:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Drive eating up some clock over 5 minutes, but it'll take something here to keep it going on 2nd and 12. From the Kimball 26, I formation for Braithwaite. He'll give it to Roberts right in the middle, 25 to the 20. Roberts takes McGinnis on and takes him to the 19-yard line. That one had some room to run, able to get 6 or 7.
And again, Jace had his shoulders low and really hit the hole quickly, and I think he was kind of surprised when he got his eyes up. He had a little room to run.
7-yard gain, sets up 3rd down and 5, exactly on 2nd and 12. If you're just trying to milk clock and move down the field, you got to get 7 yards on 2nd down, and he did. And now you got 2 downs to pick up 5 yards once again at the Kimball 19-yard line. This is against the starting Longhorn defense, primarily for Braithwaite and company. Sweep right side. Atkins doesn't catch it. He'll race back. He'll not get on it. Kimball going to pick it up at the 33-yard line. And he tried to dive on it. Right idea. And unfortunately for him, it goes backwards, and Kimball will take over on the 2nd fumble loss of the ball game.
Yeah, just wasn't able to handle the pitch. No, just maybe looking down the field, it's hard to know exactly what, but just wasn't able to corral it.
That takes it out to the 33 where Kimball will take over. That worked off about 6.5 minutes, but unfortunately not going to end up with anything.
A lot of really good things there, though, on that drive, Tanner.
10-play drive, though, for that group. You got to like that. 1st and 10 from the 33. Longhorn offense working right to left. Lincoln Barron back throw. He's got a man wide open, but he underthrows him, incomplete. Boy, he had a target just darting right down the middle of the field in Miles Anderson, but he threw it well short, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
There's some confusion there, I think. Irish were a little bit late coming on the field, and then some confusion, I think, with the coverage assignments there. And good job of recovering, and fortunate for the Irish that the pass was short.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Longhorn offense here. Working right to left, and Lincoln Barron has taken over quarterbacking duties from Riker. He will give it to Bingham up the middle to the 35, pushes the legs to the 36, maybe 37-yard line, brought down by a host of tacklers.
Bingham with the carry gets it across the 35.
Good job on the interior there.
Tackled
Peyton Kramer was there, and Tucker Kemp along with Hans Kane.
Picks up 4 yards for Bingham, 9 carries, 23 yards. For the junior fullback. 3rd down and 6 now for the Longhorns.
Justin Davies in there at defensive tackle, along with Levi Charter. It looks like Riker Atkins and Tucker Kemp are the defensive ends now.
40 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 6. And Lincoln Barron will come under center. I formation behind him. There's a jump from the left tackle and the deep back. 5 yards back, sets up 3rd down 11. Kimball, 7 penalties today, and a lot at the line of scrimmage on offense and defense.
Yeah, there actually 2 guys moved on that. Looked like the I-back moved, and the left guard also came out of his stance there.
So 3rd down and 11 with 32 seconds to go. And good for this group because they lost another JV game, right? Next week.
They did, yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's hard to get JV games.
Twins to the far side. Barron flushed right, got around the tight end, defensive end, airs it up, and intercepted. Jackson Braithwaite at the 19-yard line. Had great positioning on the inside of the wideout. intended for Danny Cajero, and Braithwaite comes up with his first INT.
Really a well-timed jump there by Jackson, stopped up and was able to catch that thing up over his head and get it secured to the ground.
So that's the second turnover of the game for Kimball, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter. St. Pat's 44, Kimball 0. Fourth is next on Husker Radio.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
If you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service, 368-4000 with fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control. Jorgensen's proudly serves the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. We've reached the start of the fourth quarter. St. Pat's 44, Kimball 0. Irish take over after the INT at their own 20-yard line. Jackson Braithwaite, the INT, and now he's back at quarterbacking duties as the Irish work at their own 20, running clock from here on out at 44-0. Hand off, fullback gets it. I didn't even see that handoff. Pretty sleek there. Got 4 yards, maybe 5 out to the 25-yard line for, I think, McNew.
Hunter McNew on the carry, yep.
Yeah. Number 15,
McNew,
a junior, gets his second carry of this one. His group, again, a 10-play drive that ended in a fumble lost.
5 yards to go.
Both of their drives have ended in fumbles, but that was a very effective 6-minute drive. They operate 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Braithwaite, fullback, gets it again. He'll fall forward and get 4, maybe right at the first down stick.
Roberts, the ball carrier,
Jace Roberts, and I think he'll have a first down, or he'll be right there. They will give him a first down. So Jace, 4 carries, 15 yards and a first down, and that's for this group. It's just staying on schedule. 4 or 5 yards every play is going to put you in control.
Well, I think probably Coach Braithwaite's calling plays now, and I think he's wanting to give them a chance to run it outside, but they've missed connecting on a couple of pitches, one before half and one since, I think.
So now 1st and 10 at the 30. Right side, Riker Atkins with the carry. Cuts inside. He's spun down. Good tackle by Miles Anderson, the sophomore, after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
Tackle by Anderson.
So again, pretty conservative, and as you would expect here, just
2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Running in tight, and they're doing it with some success. But again, I think Coach would probably like to mix it up if he could, but just they've had a little trouble with that.
Kimball's ran on some youngsters. 2nd down and 8 at their own 32-yard line. 10-19 to go in the game. I formation. Braithwaite turns, gives it deep back left side to the near side 35 to the midfield. Riker Atkins cuts inside to the 35. Now to the 30. Back inside to the 25. Down to the 20-yard line. Nice tackle from behind by Baxendale, but a big run for Riker Atkins. First down.
Really got some good blocking downfield. The last one, I think, there was Elijah Hyman on the block, but some really good downfield blocking.
From the 32 down to the 19. 29-yard gain. That puts him back on the positive for Riker. His 6th carry already in this game. And it's 1st and 10 down to the 19. 9:36 to go in the game. Ben Hankla taking over quarterbacking duties now. He'll turn, give it. Atkins again right side this time. And nowhere to go. And Miles Anderson saw that.
Atkins
loss of 2.
Behind the line of scrimmage by
Yeah, well played there by Kimball. Sam Sitta was in at fullback on that play, number 10.
2nd and 12.
2nd down and 12, now back at the 21-yard line. Hey, in need of farm or ranch management or considering a sale of your ag real estate, turn to the professionals at HD Management. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HD Management in North Platte. That's HD Management, your professionals in ag real estate. Second down and 12 from the 21. Sweep near side, Riker Atkins. Got blockers to the 20, to the 15. He's down to the 11-yard line.
I think that was Matthew
You're
Giebler.
right, Matthew Giebler. And he'll pick up about 9 to the 12. Third down coming up.
Well blocked there. Very well blocked. Well executed toss play.
Matthew Giebler had the big day last week. He had a touchdown.
TJ Byers is in there up front. I think he's playing guard there. Justin Davies snapping it.
3rd and 3 from the 12-yard line of Kimball. Hankla under center. Sweep right. Matthew Giebler cuts inside down to the 10. Following forward to the 8-yard line. Has a first down. First and goal.
Yeah, I think first down. Easton Bryant's in there at tight end. Ari Kaduri's coming in there now. Replacing Elijah.
Season high 18 first downs for this Irish offense. First and goal now at the Longhorn 8-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go in this game. St. Pat's second and third stringers here trying to put in a touchdown for the second straight week.
Blake Folkert in there at fullback.
Giebler the deep back on first and goal from the 8. Hankla under center. Sweep left side. Giebler this time gets a block. Flag's going to bring this one back. Giebler gets knocked out at the 5, but there was a hold on this near side.
Ben Hankla had a good block after the toss there, too.
I think he was blocking the guy that was getting – he laid that on the guy that got blocked, too. So that guy got a double whammy. He got held and then also took a shot. This will bring it back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Austin Stiles in there at guard now.
Third penalty for the Irish. And they'll bring it out to the 18-yard line or maybe the 19-yard line. Still first down and goal here with 7:34 to go in this one. Again, we're in Alma next Friday night. 7 o'clock kickoff from Alma. Cardinals losing to Sandy Creek here tonight. Should be 1-2 on the year.
The Irish from the 19-yard line.
First and goal. Hankla from the 19. Boot right side, has blockers and Davies to the 15 and going to get to the 11-yard line. He'll pick up 8, second and goal.
Really good run there. As you said, had Justin Davies out in front and just kind of trying to read what Justin was going to do there and ended up just pulling it down and cutting it up, making a physical finish.
Second and goal from the 11-yard line. So the first JV game must be a couple Mondays now?
I don't know. I think
they were scheduled maybe 3 left now. Is that right? I could be wrong. No more than that. Sweep left on second and goal from the 11. Giebler with blockers to the 10, to the 5. Giebler tackled at the 3-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Landon Bohawk. Third down and goal at the 3.
Really getting some good blocking out of this group. Matthew's got some room back there, and of course he has the speed to go with it, so really doing a good job. I think Braylon Braithwaite now in at quarterback.
I asked Dad if there was some infighting or in gambling on yardage between Matthew and Mason. He said, no, there hasn't been yet, but Matthew's trying to catch Mason. Got a ways to go tonight. First and goal at the 3. Braylon Braithwaite sweeps right to Matthew Giebler, right side. He will dive, but he will be short by a football or a half of a football. Second and goal. Fourth and goal, excuse me.
Right, really a good night, good toss there by Braylon. Put it on him where he can handle it, and Matthew did a good job of really, getting up to speed and making the most of that.
Needs a football. Fourth and goal. Under 6 to go. It's a 6-minute drive here for this Irish group. They bring it out. Braylon Braithwaite, the quarterback. Riker Atkins, the fullback. Giebler, the I-back on fourth and goal at the half-yard line. It's Braithwaite right up the middle, and Braylon Braithwaite gets a touchdown.
Really a good push there by that group of linemen. That was the interior of that was TJ Byers and Justin Davies and Austin Stiles. Really good push there in the middle for Braylon.
And I think that's Braylon's first carry of the year. Not a bad way to have your first carry. And cap off an 11-play, 60-yard drive by that group.
Yeah, really, really nice showing by him.
And St. Pat's will make it 50-0 with 5:40 to go in this game. As Braithwaite caps it off. Ben Hankla for the PAT. He's had a good year in that department, and he'll add to it.
Point is good.
And it's now 51-0 with 5:40 to go. Taking another timeout. Back to Knights of Columbus after this.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Have you heard the news? Enrollment is up at North Platte Catholic Schools, and we're excited to keep growing. I'm Enrollment Director Gwen Covey, inviting you to see what the buzz is all about. Join us and experience the difference a faith-filled education can make for your child. We're proud of our caring teachers, challenging curriculum, commitment to service, and daily focus on faith. And education at NPCS is an investment you won't regret. Call today to schedule a tour, 532-1874.
Braylon Braithwaite adds 6 points to make it 51-0 St. Pat's. 5:40 on the clock. Ben Hinkle tees it up here from Knights of Columbus Field. Matter of running off the 5:40 left on the clock. That was a 6.5-minute drive, and this drive will start at the 15 for Kimball. I believe the Irish volleyball team, they go to Bridgeport. They get basically SPVA West tomorrow.
Is that how it is?
Bridgeport, Mitchell, Valentine. Those are different teams normally than that round robin.
Yeah.
And, just going to get some kind of a mini SPVA with the new teams out there.
That's right.
They'll go to Gothenburg Tuesday. We'll have that match for you. And then Thursday home against Cozad. We'll have that one too.
One thing, Tanner, I think we can probably see the kick, as good as Sutton is at kicking the ball, the kicking duties are going to be in pretty good hands with Ben Hankla, both the kickoffs and the PATs.
Sideline let him know too. They were in agreement on that one. Here's Lincoln Barron to throw. Steps up to run now to the 15. To the outside, that's Riker Barron, to the 20. He'll run out of bounds for a gain of 6, but a flag is down as well that might bring all of this back.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but probably a hold, I think.
That's what he's signaling, and that'll give Barron a 5-yard carry, and then also give Kimble their 8th penalty of the game. It'll be 1st and 15. 5:15 to go in this ball game. I believe they said cross country is going to Broken Bow tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm taking them, so that'll be a chance for me to see those guys run. They've done some good things already.
Back this up to the 11-yard line, 1st and 15 here. 5:14 clock running.
1st and 14
for the Longhorn offense. Riker Barron under center. Barron will turn, give it. Foose off the left side gets a few, but a great tackle on that far side. Elijah Hyman.
Really good play by Elijah.
Gain of 4 yards for Foose, his first carry of the ball game and first of the year.
Makes the tackle.
Yeah. Elijah runs really well, and he's got that physical aspect too, so I know they expect big things from him going forward.
2nd down and 11. Clock at 4:38 to go. Kimble from their own 14-yard line here, trailing 51-0. Snap back, it's Lincoln Barron. Left side slips out of 1, gets to the sideline, and he'll fall forward across the 20. Good run to the 21. There was good pursuit in the backfield, but ended up getting 10.
Yeah, that was Justin Davies, and Justin Davies has done some good things. He's done some good things snapping the ball and blocking up front with that second unit, and then a nice defensive play pursuing the ball there.
Got 7, sets up now 3rd down and 4 for the Longhorn offense from their own 21-yard line. Clock ticks under 4 minutes to go here in this one. Irish going to prove to 10-0 against Kimball in their series. 3rd down and 4 from the 21. It's Lincoln Barron handing off. Foose trying to do the outside to the 25. 1st down run to the 30. Be ushered out at the 33 yards. You get 12 yards 1st down run.
Yeah, that was a good effective run for Kimball, but a good job of pursuing by Hunter McNew and Riker Atkins, or it appeared that it was shaping up to be more than that. Sam Lake out there now at defensive tackle for the Irish.
Moves it to the 33, 1st down run, 3rd 1st down for Kimball today. Defensively, Irish have been outstanding, including this group. They haven't given up much.
No, they've done a really good job. They've made a really good account of themselves.
Clock ticks down under 3 minutes to go on this play. Lincoln Barron, the quarterback, rolls near side, looks to throw, steps up, going to air it up deep. It is intercepted. Great play. Hunter McNew's got it at the 25 to the 30. McNew with blockers to the 40. He'll take on a defender ultimately and take it to the 38-yard line. And boy, that's a happy sideline for the junior Hunter McNew.
Yeah, that was a good play. Just a lot like the interception that Jackson Braithwaite had. He caught it high. Difference is he had a little room to run when he got it. He picked up some nice blocks and made a really good return.
Third turnover, all via INT for Kimball. And with 2:30 to go, St. Pat's will be able to just run off the rest of this clock. And that when you get to see a sideline like that, it's pretty fun on that side of the field right there. They were pretty pumped for Hunter to catch it. I think they thought, oh, he's got some room to run. Took it all the way to the 38. Irish will run the play on here with 2:06 to go in the ball game. Just run a couple plays and should end up with a shutout win. Impressive job. Braithwaite under center gets him set from the 38. We'll pitch it. Blake Folkert didn't catch it cleanly. It's scooped up. Kimball might get a scoop and score. They will. And the shutout no more. Oh, man. Briley Baxendale, the 5'9", 180-pound senior, just got his moment.
Yeah, they did. That was kind of a crazy play. Pitch was there and just couldn't get it handled and didn't get it put away, and the defender just a little bigger, more physical, just took it away and ran it the distance.
Not even a scoop and score. He didn't really scoop it. He just picked it off in the air and makes it 51-6. And the big fella, he's pretty pumped on the sidelines right now.
Sure.
Why wouldn't you be? Now a 2-point conversion for Kimball. Snap back to Foose. He'll run right and he'll get in cleanly. And Kimball will get a
2-point conversion by Fosse is good.
Will get 8 points here to make it 51-8 with 1:43 to go.
Yeah. Well, that was a crazy play.
That was exactly right. And Kimball will get on the board. Really, Irish are just probably ready to just run it twice, maybe three times, and maybe even once, and then knee it. But wanted to get Folker to carry, and just never quite got it in his hands cleanly. And credit to Baxendale for scooping it up, and then turn and run and outrun everybody about 30 yards.
Yeah, he showed some good speed and got a block or two there that freed him up to get it all the way to the end.
Oh, a little late positivity for Kimball. They'll go back home next week to get Hemmingford. St. Pat's will go on the road for the next 2 weeks. So a kickoff here with 1:43 to go. I was trying to dissect what Kimball's going to do here. Are they going to kick it deep? Are they going to onside it? They look like they might have their hands team out there. Doing the kickoff duties is Evan Miller. And why not? You might need it at some point. Might need to try it. And Miller approaches. He will short kick it. Goes far side. And boy, good play by Riker Atkins, because he was kind of on an island on that far side. Dove right on it.
And that thing was spinning a little bit funny. He did a good job of capturing it.
So 1:34, clock running, 51-8 now. Irish will come back out and take a couple more snaps and end this ball game and get the win over the Kimball Longhorns, 51-8 more than likely. Irish going to get to 2-1 and two good back-to-back games after that season-opening loss here at home. Braithwaite has him set at midfield. He'll turn, give it back, gets it right side, and Atkins takes it for 4 yards on first down, maybe one more snap. Atkins, he's had 8 carries today, 20 yards.
Yeah, Braylon didn't get the snap very cleanly. It kind of delayed things. I'm not really sure that maybe didn't help Riker. They kind of over-pursued, and he was able to pop it up in there for a nice gain.
2nd and 6 now at the 36-yard line.
And 6 yards to go for the Irish.
Folkert, the deep back, maybe they give him a little chance at getting a carry here again. Be the final carry of the ball game. Braithwaite does give it to Folkert right side. He's got some room. He'll get a couple yards, and good for Blake to get a couple yards and get back on the positive side there, and that should be the final play of this one. St. Pat's is going to pick up the victory here at home.
Patel with the tackle.
By a score of 51-8, they won't have to run another play. As St. Pat's improves to 2-1 on the year with a home victory here over the Kimball Longhorns. Again, 51-8. Your final here. Our postgame will begin next when we return. We'll wrap it all up. In 51-8, Irish win. Postgame on the way next.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindemeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindemeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindemeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
The 2025 St. Patrick's Catholic Church Block Party is back September 13th and 14th in North Platte. Join the parish Saturday night after the 5:30 Mass with a nacho bar, beer garden, and live music from Kim Baxter. Then Sunday from 12 to 3, join us for kids' games, raffles, fun jumps, a bake sale, and lunch. Fellowship, food, and fun, all at the St. Patrick's Catholic Church Block Party in North Platte, September 13th and 14th. Come join in on the fun.
Back here on Husker Radio's KODY 1240 AM 1061 FM. It's 9:02 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 1061 FM. CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow, offering Tune-Up Tuesdays where all in-shop services are half price. Sets computer troubleshooters, technology solved. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley here as the Irish get the 51-8 victory over the Kimball Longhorns. Post-game here brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner. Fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road everywhere, it is Quick Stop. Well, Coach, big win for the Irish here today, 51-8. Obviously, you don't quite get the shutout, but for the most part, this felt a lot like last week, maybe even better with the defensively. They were outstanding, I thought, really throughout the entire night.
I thought so too. I thought pursued the ball well, good discipline, contained, had a lot of guys swarm to the ball. Secondary did a good job, 2 or 3 interceptions in there. Just overall a really great effort and some good physicality. And I think, not to be overlooked, the ability to get a lot of these second, third unit guys out there. You said a couple times during the broadcast they've missed out on a couple of JV games, which is extremely disappointing. But it's nice that they are able to get out there and get some live snaps. And the season's long if you don't get an opportunity to get in and play some real game time. And everybody got out there, and a lot of kids did a great job. And I thought just overall, beginning to end, really a solid effort by everybody.
It's a good point you make. Participation is down, really in a lot of sports, and football teams have seen that. That's why there's not very many JV games. If you don't get to play a whole lot throughout the year, you might not go out sophomore, junior year. You thought, well, I didn't play as a freshman. We didn't have any JV games hardly. Why bother? And that probably plays a factor, and that probably plays into where St. Pat's is. They have good participation because they can get their guys in a lot.
Well, and I think that's kind of it. I think sometimes people overlook that. Maybe you have some guys that are kind of in the middle that are really having to play a lot. They're having to play a fair amount of varsity and a fair amount of JVs. But I think in the long run, it certainly is worth it. And I think that's how you build numbers, and that's how you build a program. You gotta have kids out, and if you want kids to come out, you got to give them an opportunity to play. And so a good opportunity tonight for everybody to get out there and play. And I thought the coaches did an excellent job of kind of, starting out by mixing guys in and getting them some confidence, and then, putting in some more second unit guys, and got everybody out there for multiple snaps, which makes it really fun.
22 yards on 24 carries for Kimball. The ground game, I thought the line played, they weren't giving up a whole lot the entire time.
I thought the play on the ends of the line of scrimmage was really good by those defensive ends, turning those perimeter plays in, or if they couldn't get them turned in, stringing them clear to the sideline and allowing the pursuit to come and make plays. And I thought, the linebackers came up and made some nice plays. I think Brecken Collins and Hudson Deeds both stand out as far as kind of early in the game making plays like that, but just overall a lot of good things.
Irish now 2-1. Thanks for the time. We'll see you in Alma next week, huh?
You bet. Look forward to it.
That's Coach Mr. Bill O'Malley here, and we welcome in Mr. Brad Braithwaite to the broadcast. Good morning, or good evening. Good morning. I don't know. Whatever. It's been a long day.
Yeah, apparently.
Congrats, first off.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty nice night. The kickoff, I felt like
it was August.
One of those first weekend games where we had to get water breaks every 5 minutes, but turned into be a nice night.
Certainly did. Turned into be a pretty fun night for an Irish fan. Got things going pretty quick. Kimball made you work for it. Wasn't a lot of big plays here today. This is a lot different than last year's game. The score's kind of similar, but last year was like 50-yard run, 50-yard run. This was a little bit more grinded out, 10, 12 yards at a time, but in result still the same, which you probably don't mind the 6-play drives.
No, absolutely not. I thought we did a pretty good job overall. I thought we were pretty efficient offensively. Obviously, defensively was really good. Special teams had some really nice plays, really, turned the field on all of our special teams, which is our goal coming in. But going back to offensively, I thought we were efficient. I thought that we had a chance to break a couple of big ones. Maybe just caught, a shoestring. I thought Mason Giebler maybe had his best night tonight, just as far as seeing the open field and cutting the green. And our good guys up front did a good job of just sustaining drives and not getting frustrated and able to finish those drives off.
Defensively, you couldn't ask for a whole lot more. 22 yards on 24 carries for Kimball and 48 passing yards. So one of those was 32. So really 72 total yards given up. Really, really, really a great job from, and you were starting a different linebacker. I thought he played well tonight in absence of Xavier. And top to bottom, 1 through 30, were pretty good.
Yeah, I thought so too. We really have developed some depth over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, with Xavier out, who's one of our best defenders, if not our best defender, and so able to work some guys in there and develop some depth. And I thought overall, I really thought our edge guys played really well, setting the edge and forcing things inside. Our tackles did a good job of squeezing gaps, and that allows our linebackers to fly around and our defensive backs to kind of do what they did tonight when the ball was in the air. They went and attacked the football.
You don't have very few JV games.
Yep.
You kind of have to utilize these as your JV when they get into the second half. And I know 3 fumbles by that group, but that's something they can look at now on film and say, oh, this is what I did wrong, or watch that ball come into you.
Absolutely, and the credit goes to our first and second team guys of allowing our younger guys to get in there. And like you said, we've had a tough time finding some area teams that can play JV games, and so it's really important for our guys' development to get in there. And a lot of times they're getting in there playing a series or two against the opponent's ones, which they wouldn't get on Monday nights, and so it's a great experience for them. There's some moments that they have to learn from, but there's also some really good moments. Obviously, when you break long runs or hit a pass, that's good, but there's things up front too, the subtle things that we can point out on film, and again, that's how kids develop, is getting them in the film room and pointing out the good things and the things they need to work on.
Yeah, Jace Roberts, physical run against their best tackler.
Yeah.
That's them.
A very physical run, and that's what I'm saying about the little things. And on Riker's long run, Jace had the block that sprung him on a kick-out block. That's something, again, we can put on film and we can say, hey, that's what you got to do every time. And so, like we were saying, those young kids came in and did a really good job of sustaining drives, and can't put the ball on the ground as much as we did, but we'll learn from that going forward. But they did a really good job.
I talked in the pregame, I saw Dad down below that the Gieblers might have a little, infighting on touchdowns. You might have yourself a little infighting. Braylon gets a touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the first thing Jackson said is Braylon's got him by 1 touchdown this year. And so I'm sure I'm going to hear about that when I get home. But no.
That's got to be fun to see, though.
It's a lot of fun. You know, obviously, coaching all the time is fun, but when you have both your kids out there, it makes it a little more special. And I'm sure it's the same thing with the Giebler kids, too. You know, having 2 of them out there, it's always fun. And so, yeah, they both did a good job tonight, and we'll keep getting better moving forward.
Go to Alma, go to Highline next 2 weeks. Road Warriors. Alma lost tonight to Sandy Creek, but you haven't been on the road in a couple weeks now, so a trip down to a place that I don't know you've ever played football there.
No, not that I know of. Not since I've been at St. Pat's. We haven't. You know, we don't know much about them. They didn't play us last year, and so we'll have to learn about them. And I know they were playing Sandy Creek tough the first half tonight, and I know they have really good athletes. We've seen a little bit of film just scouting other opponents, but you know, you look at their track teams in the past. I know they have kids that can run and skill guys that are pretty good. I know they have a good quarterback, and so yeah, we'll have our hands full, and we'll have to prepare well this week.
I think it's a passing attack, pretty much. I was looking at their stats just ahead a little bit, and they sling it around a lot with those athletes, and so. But I thought your secondary, 3 more INTs today. I think they played a really good year.
Yeah, they've had a really good year, and I just think that's come with confidence. You notice that we played a little tighter to the line of scrimmage the last game or two, just because I think kids are trusting themselves and trusting their coaching, and obviously Coach Dodson does a good job with our DBs. And when the ball's in the air, we've done a really good job this year of going and attacking at the high point and coming down with the football.
Well, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you in Alma next Friday.
Hey, thanks, Tanner.
Coach Braithwaite with us on the postgame as the Irish get the win here today, 51-8. And Irish improved to 2-1 on the year. Postgame numbers brought to you by Condon Signs, North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company. Condon Signs, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign quality and knowledge since 1991. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Viner at condonsigns.com. For St. Pat's today, 303 rush yards here today on 50 carries, 39 pass yards, 342 overall. Individually, Mason Giebler gets his 4th career 100-yard game, 104 yards on 13 carries, 2 touchdowns. 2 for Tickle for 22. Hunter McNew got a couple carries for 8 yards. Matthew Giebler, 3 carries, 21 yards. Brecken Collins, 4 carries, 22 yards, and 2 touchdowns here today. Ben Irick, 6 carries, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns. 1 for Braylon Braithwaite and a touchdown. Jackson Braithwaite, a couple carries. Blake Folkert got 2 carries in this game. Ben Hankla, 4 carries, 10 yards. Wright Krakens, 8 carries, 20 yards. And Jace Roberts, 4 carries for 15 yards. Through the air, Sutton 1 for 3 for 17 yards. Jackson Braithwaite 1 for 1, 22 yards. A completion to Collins and the Giebler catch from Tickle. 3 turnovers. Those were all that second team group. Fumbles lost, but 19 first downs, 3 penalties for 20 yards. For Kimble, meanwhile, total of 72 yards, 22 on the ground, 48 through the air. Greg Bingham led the way, 9 carries, 23 yards. Luke Berger, 5 carries for 5 yards. Riker Barron through the air, 6 of 13, 43 yards, 2 INTs. Lincoln Barron 0 for 3 with an INT. 4 completions to Luke Berger, 1 to Bingham, 1 to Lincoln Hotel. 3 turnovers, 3 first downs for Kimball, 8 penalties today. They dropped to 2-1. Irish improve to 2-1. Time now for your player of the game, brought to you by Allo Communications, the telecom home team. Allo is taking tech to the next level with products and services that provide its fiber fans with an all-star experience. If you're ready to up your internet game, go to allocommunications.com and get Allo today. I'm going to go with Mason Giebler. Mason kind of jump-started this game. Senior, 13 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a catch today. And, yeah, good for him to see go over 100 yards for the 4th time in his career, and 1 every year, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. So congrats to Mason Giebler, our Allo Fiber player of the game. That's going to wrap it up tonight. Make sure you join us. We'll be back on the air next Tuesday. We'll go to Gothenburg for St. Pat's volleyball, then Thursday at home against Cozad, then Friday in Alma for football. Big thanks to Bill O'Malley, best in the business. Also, Michael Corder, video producing today, to Coach Kevin Dodson for the pregame and Coach Brad Braithwaite for the postgame chats. Again, your final, 51-8. St. Pat's gets the win over the Kimball Longhorns. This has been high school football on Husker Radio.
This has been coverage of North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. For a copy of today's game, contact the station at 308-532-3344. And for a full list of upcoming broadcasts, go to huskerradio.com. This has been a Husker Radio production.